week, the Wildcats took care of Tripoli 46-26, and the second-ranked Warriors overwhelmed the Blue Devils of March.
Last week, for the first time since 2008 and just the second time in program history, the Wildcats won a playoff game. However, the time for celebration is over, and it's time to reset and focus on trying to complete a first in program history, making the playoff quarterfinals. To do that, the Wildcats will have to take down the second-ranked team in the state, WACO. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Wildcat Playoff Football on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page. I'm David Warrington, and the Wildcats are in Wayland tonight, getting set for a second-round playoff matchup with the WACO Warriors. Before we get started tonight, I have to give a shout-out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank is a proud supporter of Central City Wildcat sports. At Heartland Bank, we recognize more than ever the need to support local customers and organizations in our communities. As your community bank, we're here for you. As always, have to give a big thank you to Heartland Bank for all their great support. And we are getting set for a second round of 16 playoff matchup here in Wayland from Waco High School, the Wildcats and the Warriors, second-ranked Warriors of Waco. Let's take a look at tonight's teams. First for your Wildcats. They're 7-1 so far this season. Wins over Lone Tree Key, Edco, Midland, Springville, West Central, Hiawatha, and Tripola. That one loss coming to the fourth-ranked team in the state, Easton Valley. And last week in Tripola, Wildcats got the win by a final of 46-26. Assistant coaches for the Wildcats are Mark Kirscher, Mike Ferguson, and Spencer Nowadsky. Central City's head coach in his 8th season is Matt Myers. During his time with the Wildcats, Coach Myers with a record of 36 wins and 39 losses. Starting quarterback for Central City is Jaden Hansen, the junior on the season, 36 of 90, 600 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Aiden Klosterman is the leader on the ground. The juniors running 169 times for 1,170 yards and 20 touchdowns. And Lucas Greif is the top receiver. On the year, Greif, the senior, has caught 21 passes for 282 yards and 6 touchdowns. Makai Benton, another junior, leads the Wildcat defense. He's got 52 tackles this season, 19.5 for loss, alongside 14 sacks. Now let's take a look at the Waco Warriors, tonight's host, the second-ranked team in the state for Class 8 player. They have a perfect 10-0 record on the year with wins over Southeast Warren, Springville, HLV, English Valleys, Iowa Valley, New London, Lone Tree, Winfield, Mount Union, Tri-County, and Martinsdale St. Mary's. The Warriors took down Martinsdale St. Mary's in their playoff opener last week. Final in that one was 57-14. Starting quarterback for the Warriors is Isaac Oswald. On the year, the senior, 76 of 133, 1,224 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Simeon Reichenbach leads on the ground, 122 carries for 1,036 yards and 23 touchdowns. Ole Stefanchuk, another senior, is the top receiver, 15 catches, 375 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Drew Dyers is the leading tackler with 78, alongside 8 for loss. And leading in tackles for loss is going to be Colton Leichty, a junior defensive end. This season, he's got 53.5 tackles, 14 for loss, and 7 sacks. And something unique to Waco from teams we've seen this year is they do have a kicker, and a good one at that. Simeon Reichenbach, the leading rusher, also leads the kicking attack on the year, 42 of 49 on point-after attempts, 5 of 7 on field goals. He's hit one as far out as 49, and he's got 56 touchbacks on 72 kickoffs. Should also mention assistant coaches for the Warriors are Alex Cardenas, Darren Edeker, Scott Meth, Chase Roth, and Jason Sutton. Waco's head coach in his 22nd season is Chad Edeker. I could find his record back as far as 2004. Since then, he has a record of 124 wins and 71 losses. Since Waco entered the 8-player game several years ago, these teams have not met up. So this is the first meeting in series history. Both teams are on the field right now, getting set for the national anthem here shortly. Clock reads right at 10 minutes. Before we kick off this second-round playoff football game. Well, we've got some time before the anthem. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on around the state for playoff matchups tonight in 8-player. How they do it now, 16 teams, 4 teams per pod, I should say. And the winner of each pod will go to the Unidome in Cedar Falls. The Waco Marching Band is now coming onto the field. Believe we're going to have our national anthem, but I'll read you the first pod quickly. Pod A, West Bend Mallard at 7-2 is at the top-ranked team in the state, Remsen St. Mary's, a perfect 9-0. Next week, that winner will play the winner of 10th-ranked GTRA at 8-1. Tonight, they are at 8th-ranked West Harrison. They are a perfect 9-0. Pod B, Cam at 7-2 is at 6th-ranked Lennox at 9-0. Cam is the reigning 8-player state champion. And the other matchup there, Fremont Mills 7-2 is at the 9th-ranked team in the state, Southeast Warren. They are 9-1. And we are now going to have our national anthem, so I'll step aside briefly, get you the rest of those matchups and some more pregame content. Stay tuned, folks. Be right back after the national anthem. The national anthem has been played, and we are 7.5 minutes away from kickoff here in Wayland. Central City and second-ranked WACO in a second-round playoff matchup. Winner will move on to the quarterfinals next Thursday night. So I'll reiterate one more time the playoff matchups. Pod A, 7-2 West Bend Mallard at 9-0 and top-ranked Remsen St. Mary's, as well as 8-1 and 10th-ranked GTRA at 9-0 and 8th-ranked West Harrison. In Pod B, 7-2 Cam is at 9-0 6th-ranked Lennox. And 7-2 Fremont Mills is at 9-1 and 9th-ranked Southeast Warren. And the ones I haven't got to yet, Pod C, 8-1 and 7th-ranked New Alfonda is at 8-0 and 3rd-ranked Don Bosco. And then 8-1 and 5th-ranked Gladbrook Rhinebeck is on the road at 7-1 Turkey Valley. And then in Pod D, that's where we're in. Your 8-1 Wildcats are here on the road at 10-0 and 2nd-ranked Waco. The winner of this one will play the winner of 7-1 and 4th-ranked Easton Valley at 8-2 Montezuma. I'm not entirely sure how that worked out that Montezuma gets to host that one, to be honest, as Easton Valley has one less loss and swept through district play. But regardless, we will be, if we win here tonight, we'll be at the winner of next week's matchup between, or this tonight's matchup, I should say, of Easton Valley and Montezuma. They're going over the starting lineups here over the PA system. And while they're doing that, why don't we take a look at the starting lineups here. First, the offense for your Central City Wildcats. At tight end is a senior, Braden Rickles. The left tackle is another senior, Colton Nowadsky. Dayton Price, a junior, plays left guard. Nolan Gates is a sophomore. He handles center. David Munyakazi, the senior, plays right guard. He had some injury problems last week, but he is in uniform and went through warm-ups without an apparent issue, so he should be good to go here tonight. The other tight end is the junior, Mackay Benton. The running back, a junior, Aiden Klosterman, had over 250 yards on the ground last week and went over 1,000 for the season. And the quarterback for your Wildcats is the junior, Jaden Hansen. And for Waco, at left guard is a senior, Ole Stefanchuk. One thing to note about him, they often line him up off the ball, so he is playing left guard, but he is an eligible receiver, and he's actually their top receiver on the season. That's something they'll have to watch out for here tonight. The center is Cole Hildebrand, a senior. Drew Dyers, another senior, plays right guard. Chase Waterhouse is the tackle on the right side. He's a junior. Ty Egley is the big tight end. He's a senior as well. And then 3 seniors fill the skill positions. Mason Miller plays wide receiver. Simeon Reichenbach, their do-it-all back, as well as great kicker, is the tailback. And Isaac Oswald is the starting quarterback for the Warriors. Now looking at these two teams defensively. The Wildcats will generally run a 3-2-3 with 3 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, and 3 defensive backs. Left end for the Wildcats is Arwen Betzer, the senior, gets the start there. Braxton Davis plays in the middle. The big sophomore plays the nose. Makai Benton's the other end, the junior. The linebackers are a pair of juniors, Christopher Greif on the left and Dayton Price on the right. The cornerbacks, Jaden Hansen and Aiden Klosterman, 2 more great juniors. And Lucas Greif, the senior, plays free safety. And now both teams are heading out to midfield for the coin toss. Captains for the Wildcats, David Munyakazi, Colton Nowadsky, Dayton Price, and Aiden Klosterman. Captains for Waco, Simeon Reichenbach, Marcus Miller, Drew Dyers, and Isaac Oswald. About to find out who's going to get the football first to begin this ball game, as both teams have their captains at midfield. So here comes the decision. Looks like Waco won the coin toss, and they deferred their choice to the second half. So Central City will get the football first, and to begin the ball game, Waco will kick off right to left. Wildcats will work left to right to get us started here tonight. So that's how we'll start out. Quickly go ahead and finish out the starting lineup. The Waco defense, they generally play a 3-3-2. On the defensive line, the left end is Chase Waterhouse, nose tackle Jacob Stoffer, and the right end Colton Leichty. Linebackers left to right, Simeon Reichenbach, Drew Dyers in the middle, and Loudon Husenga. Cornerbacks, Oli Stefanchuk and Mason Miller. There's a look at the starting lineups here tonight that is based on what both teams started out with last week, so some things certainly could be different, but that's how they started off. Beautiful night for football, not anything we can complain about, especially this late in the year with November just a couple of days away. I've got 51 degrees here, really not much wind to speak of, and it shouldn't get below 45 degrees until this one is over. So 2.5 minutes on the clock, and then we'll get this one started. Wildcats take the field first. They have their red helmets with the black Wildcat scratch logo, white jerseys, black numerals with red trim, and Wildcats across the chest and the black pants with red down the sides. Waco's got their baby blue helmets with white logo on the side. Waco in white across the side of those helmets. And then baby blue all the way down. They've got those baby blue jerseys with white numerals. They've also got their last names in the back of their jerseys. That's something you don't see in 8-player all that much. And then those almost powder blue, almost San Diego Chargers of the 1970s type color with some white down the side and a little bit of black trim as well. That's how both teams are looking here tonight. Wildcats are out there and ready to go. They will receive the kickoff going left to right. I wouldn't expect a return to be possible on too many of these kicks, especially in the early going. Simeon Reichenbach, the kicker for Waco this season, has put 56 kickoffs into the end zone on 72 attempts. So now Waco takes the field. We're about set to go. As I said, Simeon Reichenbach, the great kicker for the Warriors, will tee it up. He'll set the tee at the 30-yard line, and we'll kick off right to left. Back deep for Central City, Lucas Greif, Aiden Klosterman, standing at about the 3. Matthew Klosterman and Christopher Greif for about 15 yards in front of their respective brothers as that first row of blockers. Win or go home here tonight. Winners move on, losers play basketball as we're set to go for second-round playoff action. Reichenbach has it teed up, comes up to the ball, and we're underway. High end-over-end kick. That will go a couple yards deep into the end zone for a touchback. And Central City will start 1st and 10 for this ball game from their own 15-yard line. So Wildcats will bring it out to the 15. That's where they'll start, working left to right. As Jaden Hansen, Wildcat quarterback, jogs into the huddle to get this one underway. Waco 10-0 on the season, ranked 2nd in the state. Central City was ranked 10th at one point, currently unranked. They have 8 wins and 1 loss. They've got Jaden Hansen at the guard at the moment as the Klosterman brothers are back there. Now they're going to switch everything up. Hansen split out as a receiver. Still the Klosterman brothers back there to take the snap. Snap goes to Aiden. Gets some good blocking. Fighting ahead to the 20. Gets past the 20. Close to the 22-yard line. Good first down run from Aiden. That'll set up 2nd and medium, or 2nd and short almost. He gained 7. Good running by Aiden. Sets up 2nd down, 3 yards to go from the Wildcat 22. That was not a formation I've seen out of the Wildcats this year. Certainly looking to throw some new wrinkles into their offense. Taking on a stout Waco defense. They average Less than 2 touchdowns allowed per night. Matthew Klosterman, receiver, tight to the right. Hanson in the shotgun. Aiden Klosterman to his left. 2nd down and 3. Snap goes to Aiden. Going up the middle, fighting ahead. He's going to be about a yard short. Good fight, but it did not get it. I think they're going to spot him down at the 24-yard line, so that was a gain of about 2 from Aiden on that carry. Up to the 24. 3rd down and the yard to go is upcoming as Christopher Greif jogs into the huddle. Wildcats have 3rd down and the yard to go. Aiden went over 1,000 yards for the season in the previous game, the win at Tripole last Friday night. He's also got 20 touchdowns to his credit on the ground this season. Wildcats up to the line. Aiden is on the left, Matthew on the right, Christopher Greif the fullback, 3rd and 1 from their own 24. Goes to Aiden, met in the backfield, he's not going to be there. He will lose a yard on that carry. As 4th down is upcoming. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to say he lost a yard. Back to the 23, so it's going to be 4th down and 2 yards to go. And the punt team is out there. Simeon Reichenbach is going back deep to return a punt. Jaden Hanson handles the long snapping for Central City, and Aiden Klosterman's the punter. On the year, he's averaging 28.4 yards per punt. Reichenbach is back to about the 30 to return. Aiden sets up just in front of the 10 to take the snap. Watch for some motion from the Wildcats, as they typically do on their punts. Betzer comes in motion left to right. Got a flag on the play. I believe delay of game was the call. Wildcats took too long, so they are called for the delay of game. So move it back 5. Back to their own 18-yard line, and that is where they will punt it away from. They do have play clocks here at WACO, which is not typical for an 8-man team either. They do have those big play clocks on behind both end zones, so you can see where you're at. Touch of a high snap, but Aiden has it, sends it away, nearly tipped. It'll take a Wildcat bounce. It's going to die at about the 31-yard line, so pretty good punt by Aiden. Down to the 31 with no return. And WACO will start 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line after a 31-yard punt by Aiden. And all 31 of those yards were net yards, no return. Warriors working right to left as they break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. They're in the I formation. Simeon Reichenbach, the tailback, Loudon Hussein is the fullback, and Isaac Oswald is the quarterback under center. They hand off to Reichenbach. Finds a little bit of room, but he's taken down at about the 35-yard line. Gain of about 4 that time from Reichenbach. He's the standout tailback for this team. He's got over 1,000 yards in his own right this season on the ground. Gains 4 that time. 2nd down, 6 yards to go for WACO. From their own 35, 3 in, 3 out, so they significantly changed the personnel for this upcoming play. 2nd and 6 as they break the huddle. One receiver to either side. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his left, takes the snap. Swing pass out to Reichenbach. Gets up past midfield, makes a cut to the 35. Diving past the 30, spins around, still on his feet, finally taken down. More than enough for a 1st down. As Oswald finds Reichenbach on the swing pass. Started on the near sideline, ended up all the way over towards that far sideline. And the Warriors advance it up to the 27-yard line where they'll have 1st down and 10 yards to go after an 18-yard gain on 2nd and 6. Warriors up to the line, one receiver left, one to the right. Miller's on the left, Graber on the right. Oswald in the shotgun, Reichenbach to his left, takes the snap, give to Reichenbach up the middle. Met right away, Makai Benton, Arwin Betzer, and Braxton Davis. That entire defensive line was there, and they hold strong, maybe a yard on that carry from Reichenbach. He'll be down to about the 26, as that'll bring up 2nd down and 9 yards to go as they hold Reichenbach to just a yard on that previous carry. So the Warriors break the huddle. Marcus Miller splits out right. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his left. The line is offset to the left. As they hand off to Reichenbach up the middle again. A little more room this time. Gets up close to the 20 before he's taken down. That will set up 3rd down. They will spot that one down at the 19. So a gain of about 6 on that previous play. call it a gain of 7. And that brings up 3rd down and 2 yards to go for Waco from the Central City 19. Warriors are in the eye, but the line's overloaded to the left. Oswald under center. Reichenbach, the tailback. It's a give to Husenga up the middle, the fullback. He's got the first down, breaks the tackle inside the 10. Juking around, dragged down shy of the goal line. They gave it to the fullback, Loudon Husenga, right up the middle. That young man on the season has run the football 56 times, 376 yards and 9 touchdowns. And here he just set up first down and goal 3 yards away after a gain of 16. So first down, goal to go for Waco, 3 yards away. Oswald under center, Husenga the fullback, Reichenbach the tailback. They're overloaded to the right. Is a handoff at the middle to Husenga, fighting ahead, and he's in there. Waco starts the scoring here tonight as Loudon Husenga brings it up the middle into the end zone, and Waco takes a 6-0 lead. 6:48 to go in the opening quarter, and Waco will get set to attempt the extra point. Reichenbach handles the kicking for Waco. He's 42 out of 49 in the season for PATs. Ty Egley will handle the long snapping, and the quarterback Isaac Oswald will hold. Good snap, spot is down, kick up on the way, looks good, and it is. Reichenbach adds the extra point. 6:48 to go in the opening quarter. Our score, Waco 7, Central City 0. So the Warriors start fast. They force the 3 and out and then get the touchdown. They lead at 7-0. Wildcats will look to respond. Quickly have to give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank is here to provide the kind of services that keep community in banking. That means working with local businesses to provide funding to help them grow and giving guidance and support when you're ready to purchase your first home. Heartland Bank, we're here for you. So Wildcats trail 7-0 here in the first half of the first quarter. 6:48 on the clock. Warriors are back out there. Reichenbach will kick it away once again. Same look on the return team. Lucas Greif, Aiden Klosterman back deep to return. Christopher Greif, Matthew Klosterman about 15 yards in front of them as the first row of blockers. Reichenbach's first kickoff and a couple yards deep into the end zone for a touchback. That has been the result of the majority of his kickoffs this season. Reichenbach has the ball teed up. And now Reichenbach sends it away. Another good high end over end kick. That one is no question. It lands about 9 yards deep into the end zone. That will be another touchback. And the Wildcats will start first down and 10 from their own 15-yard line. So on the Wildcats' first play from scrimmage, Aiden gained about 7 yards. Gained 2 on second down, but then on third down went backwards, and Wildcats were forced to punt it away. Wildcats up the line. Lucas Greif split out left. Jaden Hansen in the shotgun. Aiden Klosterman to his right. Greif comes in motion. They fake the jet sweep, play action pass. Hansen looking to throw. Braden Rickles is there, but it's overthrown. Was not catchable for Braden. Streaking down the near sideline, had a step on Marcus Miller. The pass goes incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 yards to go for Central City from their own 15. The play worked the way they drew it up. The throw, unfortunately, was off the mark. That will bring up second down, 10 yards to go for Central City from their own 15. They're up to the line. Twin receivers left. Aiden Klosterman and Lucas Greif. Hansen in the shotgun. And Matthew Klosterman is tight to the line of scrimmage on the right. It's a QB keep for Hansen. Doesn't have much. Gets maybe a yard past the 15, near the 16. And somehow one of the Warriors came out of the pile with it. Ole Steffenchuk took it away, but the whistle came out first. So the play was dead. And Jaden gains a yard there on second and 10 up to the 16. It'll be third down and 9 yards to go for Central City. Back at their own 16-yard line. Jaden Hansen runs in the play call to the huddle. Wildcats went incomplete on first down. Hansen gained a yard on second down. So they now have third down and 9 yards to go. Twin receivers left. Lucas Greif, Matthew Klosterman, Aiden Klosterman outright. Hansen in the shotgun, takes the snap. Has some time, gets rid of it. It's going to be nearly picked off. That would have been a pick six. As Marcus Miller But Lucas Greif actually dove and made the catch in the middle of all the craziness of a near pick six. It was caught by Lucas, but it's only a gain of a couple. And that will be fourth down and time to punt for Central City. They gained 2 on that play, up to the 18. But they are going to punt it away. Simeon Reichenbach back deep to return. And Jaden Hansen will snap it back to Aiden Klosterman, who is set up just in front of the 5-yard line. Betzer comes in motion. Snap back there. There's a flag on the play, as I believe the punt was partially blocked and is going to roll past midfield and be down at about the 36. That's where Arwen Betzer picks it up, but a flag came in from the referee behind everything. I believe a legal shift was called against Central City, but that is going to be declined. And Waco will start 1st and 10 from their own 36.
Warriors will take over 1st and 10 of the 36-yard line.
So Aiden's punt goes 26 yards. Again, I think it was at least partially tipped, as Waco brought in a pretty good rush. Warriors start 1st and 10, just 4 yards shy of midfield at their own 36. Warriors leading 7-0 here. 5.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. They break their huddle. Marcus Miller splits out right. Oswald in the shotgun and Reichenbach to his right. Oswald takes the snap. Quick pass over the middle. It's caught by Miller. Has a first down. Aiden Klosterman brings him down past the 30. That'll move the chains for Waco as they get it up to the Central City 29-yard line. And that's where they'll have first down and 10 yards to go. This time the Warriors will split Cody Graber out to the right. He's a big target. Snap goes to Oswald. Give to Reichenbach. Trying to go near sideline. Cuts it up the middle. Breaking tackles past the 20. Finally taken down. That's going to be a first down, it would appear. He got it up to about the 16-yard line. And they will spot it at the 17, but that's more than enough for a first down. Gain of about 12 on 1st and 10 that time, as the Warriors keep the sticks moving. 1st and 10 Waco from the Central City 17. They're in the I formation. Husenga and Reichenbach are the backs. Oswald takes the snap. Give to Reichenbach. Cuts it outside. Trying to find some room. Makai Benton's right there. Some of his teammates help him out, and they bring him down in the backfield for a loss. But a flag came in after, and I think I believe a Central City player might have shoved somebody. So ended up as a loss of a couple on the carry. But after the play, like I thought, Central City committed the personal foul. That'll be 15 yards. So loss of 3 on the carry, but that will be negated by the penalty. It's half the distance to the goal. And Waco gets it up at the 10-yard line. It is 2nd down and 3 yards to go for Waco from the 10. Husenga splits out right. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his right. It is a give to Reichenbach going outside. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Aiden Klosterman got back there and got him. Dayton Price helped finish it off. Good job by Aiden to be in the backfield in a hurry. We'll call that no gain on the previous carry. And 3rd down and 3 yards to go is coming up for the Waco Warriors. Miller jogs into the huddle, replacing Husenga. Warriors 3rd down, 3 yards to go from the 10-yard line. And now another player comes off as Chase Waterhouse, one of the guards, is replaced by Jonathan Heather. Warriors split. Miller out to the left. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his left. Takes the snap. No, it's a play-action pass. Stefanchuk makes the catch. Drags Klosterman over the goal line. That's a touchdown. Isaac Oswald connects with Ole Stefanchuk. 10 yards for a Waco touchdown. So Warriors lead 13-0. Touchdown number 21 of the season for Oswald. And Stefanchuk with his 9th touchdown reception of the year. That is best on the team. They will get set for the point after attempt. Egley to snap, Oswald to hold, and Reichenbach to attempt the point after. Snap is there, spot is down, kick is up, and it's right down the middle. Extra point is good. Warriors extend their lead. 3:28 to go here in the opening quarter. And Waco leads this one by a score of 14-0. So on that previous possession, the Warriors went 44 yards on 5 plays. Wildcats helped them out with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And they extend their lead to 14-0 on the back of Isaac Oswald connecting with Ole Stefanchuk from 10 yards out for the touchdown pass, and Reichenbach added the point after. So 14-0, Wildcats have yet to get a first down. They'll have to get something going offensively here. Try to stick around in this one. Aiden Klosterman and Lucas Greif back deep to return. So far, Reichenbach has put both of his kickoffs well into the end zone for a touchback. His previous one nearly went out of the back of the end zone, was about 9 yards deep. Reichenbach sets the tee down at the 30. And he sets the football on the tee. Reichenbach marches off his steps. And he will kick it away right to left. Here with 3.5 minutes to go until the end of the first. Reichenbach sends it away. Bit of a wobbly kick, but it will still find the end zone about 2 or 3 yards deep. That goes in there for a touchback, and once again, Central City will start first down and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Matthew Klosterman runs into the huddle. As for the third time in as many possessions, Wildcats start from their own 15. Wildcats up to the line. Klosterman brothers are back there, Matthew on the left, Aiden on the right. Christopher Greif, the fullback, goes to Matthew, trying to find a little room, breaks a tackle, still fighting ahead. That'll be about 3 or 4 on the carry. Taken down shy of the 20. Not a bad first down run there by Matthew. They're going to give him a gain of 3 on the carry up to the 18. That brings up second down and 7 yards to go for Central City. Now they change the personnel. Christopher Greif and Colton Nowadski both exit the game. Looks like Braden Rickles came in, and so did Jaden Hansen. Hansen in the shotgun. He's got Aiden Klosterman behind him, and Lucas Greif is split out left. Jaden looking to throw. Has some time. Sends one way down the field for Lucas Greif. Got a step, but it's overthrown. Had a step or two on Ole Stefanchuk. But the pass was about 4 yards overthrown. Lucas couldn't get to it. And that'll make it third down. Third down, 7 yards to go for Central City from their own 18-yard line. And they need a first down pretty bad here. At risk of going 3 and out 3 times in a row to begin the game, they'll look to pick up the first down here. Wildcats break the huddle up to the line. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right, Christopher Greif the fullback. Now everybody gets up. They'll switch everything up. Still the Klosterman brothers back there. Goes to Aiden, trying to find some room, but there isn't much room to be found. Got a couple, but it will be fourth down. They'll give Aiden credit up to the 20-yard line. That is a gain of 5. That makes it fourth down and 5 for Central City from their own 20. And the punt team is back out there. Again, Simeon Reichenbach goes back deep to return. And Central City will punt it away for the third time. Jaden Hansen to snap. Aiden Klosterman will punt it away. He's set up just past the 10-yard line. Arwen Betzer comes in motion. Snap to Klosterman is good. Sends it away. That one is again nearly tipped. That'll roll past the 30. Gets a nice Wildcat roll, in fact. Ends up being a really nice punt. That'll be down to back all the way at the 18. One of the best punts we've seen out of Aiden all year. And Waco will start first and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Give Aiden a punt of 42 yards on that previous attempt. So a minute 53 to go until the end of the first. Waco already up 14-0. And they have the football first and 10 from their own 18. Warriors up to the line. Marcus Miller split out left. Isaac Oswald in the shotgun. Simeon Reichenbach to his left. Oswald takes the snap. He keeps it himself, has a little bit of room, gets past the 20 and goes out of bounds before Aiden can get him. He's clearly very upset. Wonder if something didn't quite go right in that previous play, as maybe they didn't run it the way they were supposed to. Nonetheless, a gain of 2 for Oswald, the senior quarterback, up to the 20. That brings up 2nd down and 8 yards to go for the Waco Warriors. Cody Graber, the 6'6 senior wide receiver, jogs into the huddle with the play call. He'll split out right. Oswald in the shotgun, Reichenbach to his left. Takes the snap, gives to Reichenbach, going far sideline. He's dragged down from behind. No, he keeps his feet, and now he's spinning ahead. Gets past the 30, finally dragged down. Christopher Greif nearly had him in the backfield. Instead, it's 1st down and more, up to about the 34. They'll spot it at the 35, and that'll be a gain of 15. Reichenbach somehow keeps his feet, and the Warriors move the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 35. Miller splits out left. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his left. Takes the snap. It is a give to Reichenbach up the middle. He's taken down from behind pretty quickly. Dayton Price, Mackay Benton on the stop. Reichenbach fights ahead to gain a couple. They will give him credit up to the 38, it appears. That's a gain of 3 and sets up 2nd down and 7 yards to go with a minute to go until the end of the quarter. Waco 10-0 on the season. Wildcats 8-1. Warriors up 14-0. Graber split out left. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his left. Oswald takes the snap, looking to throw. Gets rid of it. It's caught by Stefanchuk. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30, shy of the 25. A flag comes in at the end as well. This flag was thrown at the 28. So we'll wait for the penalty. And face mask against Central City, and that is added to the end. So Central City called for the face mask. Looks like it was just the 5-yard variety. They set the football down at the 23, which is where Waco will have 1st down and 10 yards to go. They do have to snap it at least one more time. 20 on the play clock, 30 on the game clock. They're already back up there. It is Reichenbach that takes the snap. Give to Reese Oswald. Up past the 20 before he's taken down. I'm assuming that's the younger brother of Isaac Oswald, the quarterback. Gains about 3 up to the 20. Before Luke Birds comes in to make the tackle. Gain of 3 for Oswald up to the 20-yard line. And that, it appears, will end our first quarter. A couple seconds left. They tick off. And we have played 1 quarter of football here from Waco High School in Wayland. It's been all Warriors so far. They lead your Central City Wildcats by a score of 14-0. Let's take a look at our first quarter stats. First for your Central City Wildcats. Jaden Hanson was 1 of 3 for 2 yards. That completion going to Lucas Greif. Aiden Closeman ran it 4 times for 10 yards. Matthew Closeman, 1 carry for 3 yards. And Jaden Hanson, 1 carry for 1 yard. Isaac Oswald was 4 of 4 for 57 yards and a touchdown. Ole Stefanchuk, 2 receptions, 24 yards and a touchdown. Simeon Reichenbach, 1 reception for 18 yards. And Mason Miller, 1 reception for 15 yards. My apologies, I believe I've been saying Marcus Miller. That is Mason Miller, the senior receiver and defensive back. And on the ground, Simeon Reichenbach, 8 carries, 39 yards. Loudon Usenga, 2 carries, 19 yards and a touchdown. Reese Oswald, 1 carry for 3 yards. And Isaac Oswald, 1 carry for 2 yards. Both teams are back out there. Warriors working left to right here in the second quarter. Wildcats defending the end zone to my right. And the Warriors begin the second quarter. 2nd and 7 from the Wildcat 20. It's 14-0 Warriors so far. They're looking to add to it. Wildcats looking to keep them out. Remember, they do have a standout kicker. They are certainly within his field goal range at the moment. Cody Graber splits out left. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his left. Oswald takes the snap, looking to throw. Going back of the end zone. Got a man, but it's incomplete. Great pass coverage by Aiden Klosterman. Had a big height disadvantage in that matchup with the 6'6 Graber. But Aiden had some great pass coverage. It goes incomplete. That is the first incompletion of the night for Isaac Oswald. He was 4 of 4 before that. And it is 3rd down and 7 yards to go for Waco from the Central City 20. Taking their time in the huddle. Now they break the huddle with 18 seconds on the play clock. They're in the I. Oswald under center. Husenga the fullback. Reichenbach the tailback. It'll go to Reichenbach up the middle, trying to find some room. Breaks off one tackle, breaks another. He'll be dragged down close to a first down. He might have it. Initial spot looks like he's close. Aiden Klostrom made the stop. And I think they want to measure. He got it up to the 13-yard line, it would appear. That's pretty much exactly what he needed to move the chains. And I think they want a measurement. So they will bring the chains out here to see if that is a first down or if it's 4th down and short. Chains are stretched out. Hard to tell from up here. And they're going to say that is enough for a first down. They will say that is enough to move the chains, just barely. Reichenbach gains 7 on 3rd and 7. It's 1st and 10, Waco from the Central City 13. So Waco does pick up the first down as they come up to the line. Mason Miller split out right. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his right. They give to Reichenbach up the middle. Has some room. Makes a juke move, and he's going to be taken down over the goal line. That's a touchdown. Simeon Reichenbach goes 13 yards for his first touchdown of the night. And the Warriors extend their lead. That is touchdown number 24 on the season for Simeon Reichenbach on the ground. So it's 20-0 Waco. They will attempt the extra point. Again, it is Ty Egley to do the snapping. Isaac Oswald will hold, and Simeon Reichenbach to attempt the point after. Good snap. Spot is down. Kick up on the way. It's perfect right down the middle. And the extra point is good. 11:16 to go in the half. Our score, Waco 21 and Central City 0. Let's take a pause to give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. At Heartland Bank, the strength of our bank lies in the relationships that give meaning to our work. At all times, we remain focused on what we do best, operating as a dependable community bank and delivering on our personal service commitment. Go Central City Wildcats. So Waco scores once again to extend their lead. They go 62 yards on 8 plays and cap it off with Simeon Reichenbach going 13 yards for a touchdown, and he adds the extra point. So the Warriors are back out there to kick it away, leading 21-0. 11:16 to go until the half. Simeon Reichenbach sets the tee down at the 30. Lucas Greif and Aiden Klostrom back deep to return. They have yet to have an opportunity to return. All 3 so far have gone well into the end zone. Reichenbach marches off his steps.
Simeon Reichenbach kicking for the Warriors.
Reichenbach gets the whistle. Now he will send it away. That is a low kick on the ground, picked up by Matthew Klostrom at the 15 up to the 20. Makes a juke move along the sideline and taken down along the Wildcat sideline up to the 25. So the first chance for the Wildcats to return it, as Reichenbach clearly didn't get that one how he wanted it. Matthew Klostrom returns it up to the 26-yard line. And the Wildcats will start 1st and 10 from their own 26. Their first time starting somewhere other than the 15 here tonight. Wildcats up to the line. 11:11 to go in the opening half. Hansen in the shotgun. Aiden Klostrom to his left. Takes the snap, spins. Jaden keeps it himself. Gets up to the 30 before he's dragged down. Good first down run that time by Jaden Hansen. Gets up past the 30 to about the 32. We'll call that a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down and 4 for Central City. From their own 32 as Jaden Hansen runs into the huddle with the play call. Wildcats up to the line. Hansen in the shotgun. Aiden Klostrom to his right. Matthew Klostrom, receiver, tight to the line on the left. Goes to Aiden, keep up the middle. Gets up past the 35, dragged down around midfield, called the 39. It is a first down. The Wildcats finally move the chains here tonight. as they will spot that right at the midfield stripe.
First down for the
That moves the chains for the Wildcats. They'll have first down and 10 from the 40. 10.5 minutes to go until halftime. Hansen runs into the huddle. Wildcats have first and 10 from midfield. Matthew Klosterman split out left. Hansen in the shotgun. Aiden Klosterman to his right. Goes to Aiden. Gets some good blocking. Trying to find some room past midfield. Gets to the 30. Trying to stay in bounds, and he's going to be called out of bounds. He would have been gone otherwise. Just barely stepped out at about the 25, but there was a flag that came in very late. But it was during the course of the play, I believe. Don't think this came after the whistle. And it is against Central City. Holding goes against the Wildcats. So Aiden gains 15. The flag came in back near the 20. So they'll march off penalty yardage from the 25. So Aiden gains 15, but 10 yards of penalty marker comes off, so call it a gain of 5. After all that, Wildcats will have second down and 5 from the 35. Wildcats up to the line. Hansen in the shotgun. Aiden Klosterman to his left. We got a whistle and a timeout called. No, a flag comes in. Flag came in from the referee along the Wildcat sideline. And I believe we just had a sideline warning called against Central City. That'll happen if somebody's too close, not giving the official room to work. That is just a warning here. So no penalty yardage was assessed. And it is, in fact, first down. I believed it was second down for a moment, but it is going to be first down and 5 for Central City here. From the WACO 35. Snap goes to Aiden, trying to go far sideline. A couple Warriors in hot pursuit. Gets up to the line of scrimmage and passed it to the 20. Going towards the 30, excuse me, going towards the 25 before he goes out of bounds. Aiden will move the chains on that carry. Gets up to about the 25, call it the 26, and a gain of 9 on first and 5. So Wildcats have first down and 10 from the Warrior 26. Just under 10 minutes to go until we reach the halftime break. Wildcats trailing 21-0 here. Hansen in the shotgun. Aiden Klosterman to his right. Matthew Klosterman split out left, tight to the line. Goes to Hansen, spins, keeps it himself up the middle. Runs into trouble, breaks out of it before he's taken down after a short gain. Jaden was in trouble right away. Did well to gain a few yards on that carry. They're going to spot that one at the 23 or so. We'll call that a gain of 3 by Jaden that time. It'll bring up second down, 7 yards to go for Central City. And that is from the WACO 23-yard line. Wildcats break the huddle. Klosterman brothers are back there. Matthews on the left this time. Aiden on the right. Goes to Matthew. Spins. Keeps it himself up the middle. Finds some room past the 20. He's going to be taken down from behind. Looks like just shy of a first down. Matthew gets it past the 20 to about the 18-yard line. We'll call that a gain of 5. It'll be third down and 2 yards to go for Central City. Wildcats have the football at the WACO 18. Threatening to score for the first time tonight, but they're met with 3rd and 2 here. Klosterman brothers are back there. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right. Greif the fullback. Goes to Christopher Greif up the middle, fighting ahead. And he's pushed back. I don't think he got it. It's going to be 4th down. Christopher Greif does not pick up the first down on 3rd and short. We will call that a gain of 1. And it's going to be 4th down and a yard for the Wildcats. Matthew Klosterman runs in with the play call. Central City has 4th down and a yard from the WACO 17. They're up to the line. Matthew on the left here, Aiden on the right, on 4th and a yard. Snap goes to Matthew, spins, keeps it himself, runs into trouble right away, breaks out of a tackle. He will have it. Gets up past the 15. That'll move the chains. So Matthew converts there on 4th down, and Wildcats have first down It's a gain of 2 on 4th down. Needed a yard. Got 2 up to the 15. That's where Central City has 1st down and 10. Wildcats break the huddle. Closeman brothers are both back there with Luke Bird split out left. Snap goes to Aiden. I believe Luke left early, though. So the flag flies. I believe we're going to get a false start. That is the indication. False start called against Central City before the snap. That is a 5-yard penalty. And they will get it back at the WACO 20. So 1st and 15 from the 20 for Central City. As Matthew Closeman runs in with the play call. Central City breaks the huddle up to the line. Luke Bird splits out left. Matthew on the right. Aiden Closeman on the left. Snap goes to Aiden this time. Up past the 20 before he's taken down. Not too much room, just a couple of yards. As Aiden is taken down just past the 20. They'll call that the 19. So a gain of 1 by Aiden Closeman makes it 2nd down and 14 yards to go for the Wildcats from the WACO 19. 6:45 to go in the opening half as Jaden Hanson jogs into the huddle. He's back in here on 2nd and 14. Wildcats break their huddle. Lucas Greif splits out left here. Hanson in the shotgun. Aiden Closeman to his right. We got a timeout called. Coach Myers uses the first timeout for Central City so far in this opening half. Wildcats have 2 remaining. And with 6:20 to go until the halftime break, WACO leads this one by a score of 21-0. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Tell your friends, family, and coworkers about Heartland Bank, and when they open a checking account with us, you'll both receive a special thank you gift. Referring online or on your mobile device is easy. Heartland Bank, a proud supporter of Central City Wildcat sports. And the website you can do that is hbtbank.com. That's hbtbank.com. So Central City faced with 2nd down and 14 yards to go from the 19. Trying to get on the board. But this WACO defense has been stout all year, averaging less than 2 touchdowns allowed per ball game. The Wildcats just got their first down of the night on this current possession. They moved it down to the WACO 19. So everybody's back out there. Now Jaden Hanson is running into the huddle. Again, Wildcats 2nd down, 14 yards to go from the WACO 19-yard line. Matthew Closeman splits out right. Hanson in the shotgun. Aiden Closeman to his left. Snap goes to Aiden, trying to get outside. Matt in the backfield taken down for a loss. As Simeon Reichenbach got back there and brought him down for a good-sized loss in the previous play. But there is a flag. There was a flag thrown on the previous play. They're having a discussion at the moment. They're currently saying Aiden's down at the 23. That would be a loss of 4. And that penalty is a block in the back against Central City. They will march off the penalty yardage from the 23, it looks like, and Central City has 2nd down and forever way back at the 33. So 2nd down and very long for Central City. As they're up to the line. 2nd down and 28 right now. Hanson in the shotgun, trips receivers bunched up to the left. Hanson takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, but there's nothing there. He's taken down for a loss. Hanson met in the backfield, and it's going to be a loss of a yard. Sounds like Ty Egley got the stop that time as Hanson loses a yard. Sets up 3rd down, 29 yards to go for Central City. And they have the football at the WACO 34. A couple of penalties, a couple of backwards plays have the Wildcats really backed up here. They're up to the line. 3rd down, 29 yards to go from the WACO 34. Hanson in the shotgun, trips receivers bunched up to the right. Hayden comes in motion. Hanson takes the snap. Pressure there right away, in big trouble. He's taken down for a sack. Clearly somebody missed the blocking assignment, as 2 powder blue jerseys were there in an instant, and Colton Lichty gets the sack. Hanson taken down for a sack at the 36-yard line, loss of 2. It's punting time, I would assume, unless they're going to... Nope, looks like that is the punt team out there, as they have 4th down and 31 yards to go from the WACO 36. Simeon Reichenbach's going back deep to return. Aiden Klosterman will punt. He had a good one last time of 42 yards. Jaden Hanson will snap it. Wildcats in motion. Arwen Betzer left to right here. Good snap back to Aiden. Gets it away. Trying to keep that one out of the end zone. Takes a good bounce, but Luke Birds couldn't stop it. Goes over the goal line for a touchback. And WACO will start 1st down and 10 from their own 15-yard line. So Central City threatens for the first time of the night in the previous possession, but penalties and negative plays harm them there late. End up having to punt. WACO takes over 1st and 10 from their own 15. They lead 21-0. 4:19 to go until the half. One receiver left, twins to the right. Oswald in the shotgun with Reese Oswald to his right. Snap goes to Isaac Oswald, over to Simeon Reichenbach in a screen pass. Jaden Hanson meets him and takes him down for a short gain. Good job by Jaden to be there in a hurry. It's just about a yard on that previous pass completion. Up to the 16. 2nd and 9 is upcoming for WACO. And again, they have it from their own 16. Now Jaden Hanson will jog off. He's replaced by the sophomore Nolan Gates. Warriors up to the line. Twin receivers left here, one to the right. Isaac Oswald in the shotgun. Reese Oswald to his left. Takes the snap, looking to throw. It's going to be in and out of the hands, incomplete, as Mason Miller was the intended target, but Isaac Oswald gave him something of a catchable football, but he didn't bring it in. And that brings in 3rd down and 9 yards to go for the Warriors. They have it at their own 16-yard line. 3:42 on the clock until we reach the halftime break. In this 2nd round playoff football game, winner will be a game away from the Dome, and the losers will go home. And that'll be it for the year. Warriors up to the line. They're in the eye. Oswald under center. Husenga the fullback. It is a play-action pass, looking to throw. He slips and falls down. You don't need to be touchdown in high school, so that's down right away. He's clearly upset, spikes the football, but he goes down at the 5. Believe you got to give Braxton Davis the sack there. He was the only one in the area. Loss of 11, and it'll be 4th down and 20 yards to go. For the first time tonight, it's punting time for WACO. Lucas Greif is back deep to return. Simeon Reichenbach handles the punting, averaging better than 40 per punt. Good snap. Sends it away. That is a boomer of a punt, but not particularly long. Super high in the air, however. Goes out of bounds at about the 35, and assistant coach Spencer Nowadsky takes the football off the shin. I'm sure that one's not going to feel great. But he's more concerned about making sure they get the Wildcats the proper spot. They are going to set it down at the 31s at the short field for Central City. They start in WACO territory, 31 yards away from the end zone. So Reichenbach's punt is downed at the WACO 31-yard line. Wildcats up to the line. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right here. Snap goes to Matthew, spins, keeps it himself up the middle. Maybe gained a yard of forward progress, but he was taken down shortly thereafter. Stefanchuk and Husenga were both back there in a hurry. No gain on the carry is the call. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So no gain on the previous carry by Matthew Klosterman. Brings up 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Matthew runs in the play call. Wildcats up to the line. Lucas Greif splits out right. Klosterman brothers are back there to take the snap. Greif comes in motion. Goes to Aiden, keeps it himself in the fake jet sweep. Going to be dragged down, maybe got a yard. Ty Egley was in the backfield to make the stop. So we'll see where they spot the ball as Dayton Price was slightly slow to get up. We do have a timeout in the field. It was called by WACO. There was no gain on that previous carry by Aiden. So it'll be 3rd down, 10 yards to go, but not until the timeout is over. WACO uses their first timeout of the half. They've got 2 remaining. 2:13 to go until the halftime break. 21-0, WACO is our score. Wildcats have yet to go to the half scoreless so far this season. Most nights it hasn't been close. But they are at risk of that here. 3rd and 10 coming up. They have it at the WACO 31. Couple of carries so far on this possession. Both have gone for no gain. Both teams in their huddles along their sidelines. Again, WACO on top of Central City, 21-0. Wildcats come back onto the field first. Again, they have 3rd down, 10 yards to go from the WACO 31. The Wildcats want to stay in this one going into the half. They very badly need a conversion here on 3rd and 10. Hansen in the shotgun, Aiden Klosterman to his left. And now they'll change the formation. Twin receivers to either side. Hansen's all by himself in the shotgun. Hansen takes the snap, looking to throw. Has a clean pocket. Now it starts to break down. Gets rid of one. Braden Rickles is there. Makes a diving effort for it. Lunges for it, but it's incomplete. And 4th down is coming up. Very good coverage in that previous play. Believe it was Mason Miller in coverage for WACO. And that brings up 4th down and 10 yards to go for Central City from the WACO 31. Punt team is not out there. So at least as of now, it appears they're going to go for it. Now Jaden Hansen runs in. So they are going to give it a shot here on 4th and 10 from the 31. They're up to the line. Twin receivers to either side, and Hansen's in the shotgun all by himself. 4th down, 10 yards to go. Hansen takes the snap. Blitz comes. He's in trouble, trying to get out of there. It is going to be incomplete. A flag comes in, though. Lucas Greif, the intended receiver. A flag came in after the incompletion. See what the call was. And they are going to say pass interference against WACO. So that will give Central City new life here on this possession. That is a 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down up to the 16. And that's where Central City has 1st and 10. So Central City gets the penalty to assist in the 1st down. They have 1st down and 10 yards to go, 16 yards away from the end zone. Trying to get on the board here before the half. 2:02 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Wildcats up to the line. Hansen in the shotgun. Trips receivers tight to the line on the right. Hansen takes the snap, keeps it himself. Trying to go far sideline, breaks a tackle, still in trouble. Dragged down and taken down in the backfield. Nothing there for Jaden Hansen in that previous carry. Taken down in the backfield for a loss. Call that a loss of a yard. As it'll be 2nd and 11 for Central City at the WACO 17. Excluding the 15-yard pass interference penalty, they've netted a total of -1 yards on this possession. Wildcats up to the line. Matthew Klosterman splits out left. Hansen in the shotgun. Aiden Klosterman to his right. Aiden takes the snap, trying to go near sideline, but he's going to be taken down. That's another tackle for loss. Ty Egley got him in the backfield that time. Nothing going for this Wildcat offense right now as Aiden loses a yard back to the 18. And that makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go. Wildcats with 2 plays to gain 12 yards. Clock currently reads 50 seconds until the half. So we're nearly halfway through this one. They are going to go in the I formation. Hanson under center. Christopher Greif, the fullback. Arwen Betzer's the tailback. It is a play action pass. Greif has Braden Rickles open. He makes the catch. It's a Wildcat touchdown. They get on the board. Jaden Hanson to Braden Rickles, 18 yards. And Central City does get on the board here in the opening half. So they gave the Warriors a new look. Hadn't run that formation all night. Hadn't run it all year until last week. And Braden Rickles makes the catch. As Braden's third touchdown reception of the season. Now they'll go for 2. So Wildcats get a little spark there. They'll try to get it even closer here on the conversion. Same formation, Hanson under center, Greif the fullback, Betzer dotting the I as the tailback. They give to Greif up the middle, but a flag comes in before the snap. It's against WACO. Somebody on the Warriors was over the line, so they get the offside penalty. And that is half the distance to the goal. So they will try the 2-point conversion from the 1.5-yard line, if you will. Originally it was from the 3. They're going to keep the same formation. Betzer runs in the play call. As they're up to the line. Now some confusion trying to get the personnel right. They're offset to the right side. Not sure it's a legal formation. It's on the ground. It's a fumble. It's recovered by WACO. And the 2-point conversion is no good. So the handoff to Arwen Betzer results in a fumble. WACO got on it, but it doesn't really matter at that point, as either way the 2-point conversion was going to be no good. But Central City does get a touchdown, much needed score before the half. 32 seconds to go until we reach the break. WACO 21 and Central City 6. So the Wildcats go 31 yards on 7 plays in that previous possession. It was Jaden Hanson to Braden Rickles, 18 yards for a Central City touchdown. Jaden's lucky number 13 touchdown pass of the season. And as I said, 3rd reception for a touchdown of the year for Braden Rickles and just his 4th reception overall. So for the first time tonight, the Wildcats will kick it away. Simeon Reichenbach handles the kick returning. He handles pretty much everything the Wildcats do, or the Warriors do, excuse me, offensively, defensively, special teams, you name it. Jaden Hanson will kick it away for Central City, sets it down to the 30. Andy marches off his steps. He'll kick it right to left here. 32 ticks of the clock until we go to the half. Hanson sends it away. Takes a bounce. It'll go into the end zone. That is a touchback. And the Warriors will have 1st and 10 from their own 15. 32 seconds to work with for WACO and 2 timeouts until we reach the break. So WACO has the football spotted at their own 15. We'll see if they play it safe or if they take a shot here with 32 seconds on the clock. Twin receivers left for the Warriors, one to the right, Isaac Oswald in the shotgun, and Reese Oswald to his left. 1st and 10 from their own 15. Oswald takes the snap, play action. Now it's going to be a screen pass, far sideline to Reichenbach, makes a man miss, gets up to the 20, reversing field, breaks another tackle, going to be taken down past the 30-yard line. Big gain there from Reichenbach. It's a gain of about 16 on that screen pass. Timeout is called. And WACO uses their 2nd timeout here of the opening half. They've got 1 left. 22 seconds to go until the half, and it is still 21-6. WACO on top of Central City. Give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank is a proud supporter of Central City Wildcat sports. At Heartland Bank, we recognize more than ever the need to support local customers and organizations in our communities. As your community bank, we're here for you. So WACO on top of Central City, 21-6, 22 seconds to go until the half. And WACO has 1 timeout left. Warriors and Wildcats are back out there. Very interesting formation here. Trips to either side. The center and Reichenbach in the shotgun are the only ones on the ball. Goes to Reichenbach. He fakes the throw, keeps it up the middle. Now going far sideline past the 35. Gets past midfield before he's tripped up. They're going to spot him down right around midfield. Believe a yard short of a first down. Call it a gain of 9. It'll be second in the yard for WACO. He did get out of bounds. The clock does stop with 15 seconds to go until the break. So Warriors have second down in the yard from midfield. They're going to put one receiver left, twins to the right. Oswald in the shotgun, Reichenbach to his right. Goes to Oswald. He's going to throw quick out pattern, to Ole Stefanchuk. He gets a first down and gets out of bounds as well. Before he was brought out of bounds. Gets it up to the 33-yard line. Call that a gain of 7. WACO has first and 10 from the 33 with 11 seconds until the half. So the Warriors change the formation again here. Egley and Stefanchuk exit the game. And the Warriors come up to the line. One receiver left, twins to the right. Isaac Oswald in the shotgun, Reese Oswald to his right. First and 10 from the 33. Goes to Oswald. Quick out pattern is going to be caught by Graber. Cody Graber on the reception, pushed out of bounds by Nolan Gates. Just 3 seconds come off the clock. As that is a gain of about 3 to the 30. Call that second down and 7 yards to go. So Warriors have second and 7. They are probably close, if not already into field goal range here. With a kid that's already hit a 49-yarder. One receiver left, twins to the right. Oswald takes the snap, looking to throw. Pump fakes, now he's in trouble, going to try to take off. Flag comes in from behind as he gets out of bounds right about the line of scrimmage at the 30, but there is a flag to attend to, and a holding penalty is called. That's a big one, as that'll bring WACO right back out of field goal range with 3 seconds on the clock. So a holding penalty is called in that previous play. And they will march off 10 yards of penalty yardage against WACO. They're going to spot the football for WACO at their own 36. It'll be second down and long for the Warriors. Just 3 seconds left on the clock. Call that second down and 21 as a timeout is called. WACO uses their final timeout of the half. They've used all 3. 3 seconds on the clock until the half, and it's 21-6. The Warriors leading the Wildcats by that score. The Warriors were almost certainly within field goal range, if not very close. But the penalty brings them right back out of field goal range and into their side of the field. WACO's all out of timeouts. After the timeout, they'll have second down and 21 yards to go from their own 36. Both teams are back out there. We'll see if the Warriors try to take one more shot. Wildcats lining up in something of a prevent defense. A couple extra defensive backs out there. Warriors up to the line, almost certainly last play of the half coming up. Receiver out left. I believe that's Reichenbach in the shotgun. Takes the snap, keeps it up the middle. Gets past midfield. This will end the half. He's going to be dragged down past the 30. And the Warriors will not score again. It's a good gain by Reichenbach, but stopped about 28 yards shy of the end zone. That'll do it for the opening half of play. So it's all Warriors there for the majority of the half, but the Wildcats do get a touchdown on the board late. And here at the halftime break, our score, WACO 21 and Central City 6. And WACO will get the football first to begin the second half. They won the coin toss earlier tonight and opted to defer their choice. It's going to be just a moment here to put the halftime update out on Twitter as well as here in the YouTube chat. Again, here halfway through this second round postseason matchup, Waco leads Central City by a score of 21-6. So let's take a look at that first half recap now that we are halfway through this one. As I mentioned, Waco won the coin toss earlier tonight. They elected to defer their choice to the second half, so Central City got it first. But they went 3 and out, only gained 3 yards and punted it away. Waco went 49 yards on 6 plays for a touchdown. Then the Wildcats went 3 and out once again. Again, Waco went for a touchdown, this time 44 yards on 5 plays. Central City was forced into a 3 and out once again, and again, Waco found the end zone. This time 62 yards on 8 plays. And the Wildcats finally got something going, put together a 12-play drive. They were hampered by penalties and negative plays, only ended up netting 18 yards, and they were forced to punt. Then Waco went negative 10 yards in their next possession and were forced into a 3 and out. Wildcats did get on the board, 31 yards on 7 plays. Jaden Hanson to Braden Rickles for a touchdown. And then Waco tried to get another touchdown or at least a field goal on the board, but they were stopped. And that brings us to the half with a score of Waco 21 and Central City 6. Let's take a look at those first half numbers. First for Waco, Isaac Oswald was 8 of 10, 84 yards and a touchdown. Simeon Reichenbach caught 3 passes, 35 yards. Ole Stefanchuk, 3 catches, 31 yards and a touchdown. Mason Miller caught 1 pass for 15 yards, and Cody Graber, 1 reception for 3 yards. On the ground, Simeon Reichenbach, 12 carries, 84 yards and a touchdown. Loudon Huzengay, 2 carries, 19 yards and a touchdown. Reese Oswald, 1 carry for 3 yards, and Isaac Oswald, 2 carries for -9 yards. For Central City, Jaden Hanson, 2 of 6 for 20 yards and a touchdown. Braden Rickles caught the 18-yard touchdown pass, and Lucas Greif made a 2-yard reception. Aiden Closeman ran it 10 times for 12 yards. Matthew Closeman, 4 carries for 10 yards. Jaden Hanson, 6 carries for 6 yards. And Christopher Greif ran it once for a gain of 1. So in that first half, Waco passes for 97 yards, and they rush for 84, 181 yards of offense. For Central City, they run for 29. They pass for 20. So 49 yards of offense for Central City in that first half. If they want to compete in this second half, that first number will have to go down. That second number will have to go up significantly. So again, 21-6, the halftime score. Waco on top. So here at the halftime break, let me go ahead and see if we can get an update from any other playoff games, specifically the one that this winner will play. The winner of this one will face the winner of 4th-ranked Easton Valley at Montezuma, that game being played in Montezuma. The Braves were winners via a walk-off field goal last Friday night, while Easton Valley were surprised by, I believe it was BGM, that nearly gave them an upset. But the Riverhawks scored late in that ball game with less than a minute to go to end up winning it by a touchdown. So Miles Telephone, Easton Valley's YouTube page, is streaming that game from Montezuma. And that's a very close ball game. Late second quarter there. It is Easton Valley 30 and Montezuma 25, a high-scoring game. The Riverhawks lead it, but it's not a comfortable lead, only by 5 late in the half there in Montezuma. The Riverhawks and Braves winner will face the winner tonight between the Wildcats and the Warriors of Waco. So 9:45 on the clock here at the halftime break. And it is 21-0, or excuse me, 21-6 in favor of tonight's host, the WACO Warriors. Switch gears here briefly, and we'll take a look at our volleyball team. They have concluded their season. It was a very exciting season for them. They again qualified for the Tri-Rivers Conference Tournament Championship Saturday. Second year in a row they've done that, and also made it 3 games deep into the postseason. So back on Monday the 17th, the Wildcats hosted Lone Tree in a 1A Region 7 first-round matchup. They won that one 3-0, 25-14, 25-13, 25-16. Then in the 19th, they hosted Highland and took down Highland in 4 sets. They spotted them the first set 25-21, but they swept it from there 25-13, 25-12, and 25-15. Smooth sailing from that point for Central City. And then this past Monday, the 24th, they went to Springville for a matchup with the top-ranked team in Class 1A in a regional semifinal. And the Orioles took care of the Wildcats there. It was a very competitive first set. Wildcats led for most of it, but the Orioles won 25-23. Then Springville was victorious in the final 2 sets, 25-12 and 25-19, to give the Orioles a 3-0 set win. They improved to 36-3. And they have, I believe, they did take down New London this past Wednesday, so the Orioles are going to state, and Central City concludes the year at 20-13. Some final numbers out of that final match of the season. Allie Fritcher and Coletta Wade both had 11 kills to lead the team. Bailey Weber was close behind with 10. The setter, Belle Whitson, added 32 assists. Defensively, my little sister Ava Warrington was one of 2 Wildcats to get a block, the other being Belle Whitson. And in digs, it was Bailey Weber leading the way with 12, followed by Cammie Ellis with 11. So with their season now concluded, why don't we take a look at some final year-end numbers and shout out the top performers on our volleyball team this season. So offensively, it was Bailey Weber leading the way in kills with 299 on a 292 efficiency. And close behind was Coletta Wade. She had 247, swinging 201. Both of those 2 are juniors and will be back next season. Another junior that'll be back is Belle Whitson. She finished with a team best 754 assists. She was the setter for Central City, so of course she did lead the way in assists. Weber, the leading terminator on the team, was also the leader in kill efficiency. So Bailey did it efficiently while still having the big numbers. In terms of blocks, it was Macy Lupkus, just a freshman, leading the way with 27. And Bailey Weber added 22. And looking at digs, Cammie Ellis added 287 to lead the way. She is a senior and has now concluded her volleyball career. But Bailey Weber added 248. Bella Dam 231. Belle Whitson 225. Both Weber and Whitson are among a strong returning class that will be back next year for Central City Volleyball. So the seniors this year for Wildcat Volleyball. Allie Fritcher, a senior for the Wildcats. Alongside Bella Dam and Cammie Ellis, those 3 will graduate out of the program. Thank you so much to those young ladies for their great work throughout the years for this volleyball team. But like I said, a very strong core returning, plenty of talented juniors that'll be back, as well as some freshmen that got some good playing time at the varsity level this season and will be very big for what will be a much older and more experienced Wildcat volleyball team next year. Currently a little over 5 minutes on the halftime clock. And that does not include the 3-minute stretch period that'll be added on after those 5 minutes have come off. Again, it is WACO 21 and Central City 6. And WACO won the coin toss earlier tonight and deferred. So they get the first crack at things here in the second half. It's currently 4 minutes on the clock here at the halftime break. And David Warrington coming to you from Waco High School in Wayland, about 90 minutes south of Central City. Very good sized contingency of Wildcat fans made the trip. They're dispersed along that far bleachers and standing by the fence. And of course, plenty of Waco fans here. This is a Waco program that was very good in Class 1A back when they were 11 player in the late 2000s, early 2010s. Went on a very impressive run of consecutive postseason qualifications. Numbers went down a touch, made the transition to 8 player, had a couple of struggling years, but they were very good last season. The Warriors were a game away from the Dome, about 90 seconds away from the Dome, in fact. I believe I read that they had a game with Audubon here in Wayland that resulted in a 70-yard punt return touchdown from the Wheelers of Audubon. They gave them the late win. But Waco has been here before, and they came out poised and played well in that first half. Wildcats have not been here before, this Pacific group specifically. But in terms of playing in the round of 16, this program has been here once, back in 2008. A game they lost by a couple of points in overtime. And the Wildcats have never been beyond the round of 16. This Wildcat team here tonight trying to get to the quarterfinal round for the first time in program history. They've got a hill in front of them. This high-powered Waco offense gets the football first, already leading 21-6. And it was a struggle for that Wildcat offense. Gained less than 100 yards of total offense in that first half. Gave up well over 200, as I said a little bit ago. They cannot gain less than 100 yards of offense and expect to have any chance to win this game in the second half. And that offensive number, or that offensive yardage number, I should say, for Waco, also will need to go down a touch for the Wildcats to try to win this game. Certainly not out of it. It's still a 2-score game, 21-6. The first thing they needed to do to stay in it was get a stop before the halftime break. They've done that. What they really need, or get a score, I meant to say, get a score before the halftime break. Now they really need to get a stop to begin this second half and see if they can try to swing the momentum. It was all Waco for the majority of that first half, but the Wildcats finally got a touchdown drive put together late. Again, it was Jaden Hanson connecting with Braden Rickles. 18 yards for a touchdown. The reason the Wildcats are not scoreless here at the halftime break. The Wildcats have emerged from their locker room, and it is nice that here in Waco they do have a locker room for the visiting team right there behind the far sideline. The Wildcats are able to go on for the halftime period. And now they're back out here to stretch and get set to go for the second half. Waco has also just emerged from their locker room, and they're on the field getting set to go for some second half, second round playoff football. Sounds like Waco has the same fight song as the University of Iowa Hawkeyes. I'm going to stop myself from singing along here. So the Wildcats are circled up.
Great job, Waco marching band.
Stretching out and getting set. Play some second half football. 2.5 minutes on the clock. I'm not certain if that is a stretch period or if that's just the 15-minute halftime clock.
Easton Valley leads 30-19 over Montezuma.
Waco and Central City both getting set for the second half. The Wildcats have now made their way over to the far sideline. And they will get set to go individually now for this second half. Jaden Hanson going to practice his kickoffs a touch. Well, we've got some time here. I'll give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Tell your friends, family, and coworkers about Heartland Bank, and when they open a checking account with us, you'll both receive a special thank you gift. Referring online or on your mobile device is easy. Heartland Bank, a proud supporter of Central City Wildcat sports. As always, big thank you and big props to Heartland Bank for making these broadcasts possible every Friday night throughout the football season. With one exception, I've been at every Wildcat football game since I graduated and started doing this in 2020. Most likely my last year doing this as I graduate this coming fall, or this coming spring, I should say, from the University of Northern Iowa. But it's been a fantastic time broadcasting these games all over the state. And wouldn't be possible without Heartland Bank. So thank you so much to them for their great support of your Wildcat athletics and specifically these broadcasts here on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page. Well, teams are back on the sidelines. Something interesting to point out briefly. These teams do have a couple of mutual opponents. Wildcats played Lone Tree in the season opener in non-district action, won 44-21. WACO went to Lone Tree in week 6 and won 42-17. The other mutual opponent, Wildcats went to Springville in week 6 and won 65-13. WACO hosted Springville in week 1 and they got a win 57-22. So fairly similar numbers there between those two teams and those mutual matchups. The clock has hit all zeros and WACO is back out there to begin this second half. They will receive. Wildcats will kick off right to left here in a moment. They are now breaking their huddle. And Wildcats coming out onto the field to kick it away. So Jaden Hansen will tee it up at the 30-yard line. Simeon Reichenbach back at the 5 to return. Nobody else is back farther than about the 28. Hansen's first kickoff rolled into the end zone for a touchback. We'll see what this one looks like to begin our second half. Wildcats trail 21-6. They'll need to make the comeback here to try to get back into this one in the third quarter. Hansen gets the whistle, comes up to the ball, and he sends it away. Bit of a wobbly kick going towards the near sideline. It will go out of bounds, and the flag comes out. A legal kickoff out of bounds called on Central City. WACO can either have the Wildcats re-kick or take the football. We'll see what option they like. I think they're going to make them re-kick as Jaden has moved the tee back to the 25. That is a 5-yard penalty. And the Wildcats will re-kick from their own 25 this time. So Hansen has it teed up once again. Hansen comes up to the ball, kicks it away. And a sidewinder kick, fielded at the 5 by Reichenbach, up to the 15, reverses field, gets some blocks up past the 25 to the 30, makes a juke move, stays in bounds past midfield, breaks a tackle past the 30, finally dragged down by Josh Lindsay, but not before he gets all the way down to the Central City 25. Big time return to open the half by Reichenbach. And that is great field position for the Warriors from the Central City 25. That's where they have first down and 10. So Warriors get it 25 yards away from the end zone. They come up to the line. They're going to start in the I. Oswald under center. Uzange the fullback, and it's Reichenbach as the tailback. It's a give to Reichenbach up the middle. Breaks a tackle past the 20, hops over a man past the 15 before he's dragged down. That should be enough for a first down. It'll be close. Got it up to the 15-yard line, and that will be a first down for Reichenbach. Gain of 10. And that brings up first and 10 for the Warriors from the 15. Same look almost here, but they changed the line a little bit. Oswald under center. The line's overstacked to the right. Give to Reichenbach. Up the middle past the 10 before he's dragged down. Gain of about 7 on first down. Up to the 8. And so WACO will have second down and 3 yards to go. 8 yards away from the end zone. Less than a minute into this third quarter. The Warriors are threatening once again. Second down, 3 yards to go for Waco from the 8. Oswald under center here in the I. As they fake, he's looking to throw. Oswald in trouble, Benton's there. Gets rid of it, it's gonna be incomplete. Reichenbach couldn't handle it. Oswald was in trouble and just got rid of it as Mekhi Benton was in hot pursuit.
3rd and 4 for the Warriors.
That makes it 3rd down and 3 yards to go for Waco. Ball still spotted at the 8. And the Warriors have 3rd down, 3 yards to go. They need the 5 to move the chains and set up 1st and goal. Oswald under center. Reichenbach the tailback. The line's overloaded to the left. They give to Reichenbach up the middle past the 5, and he's into the end zone. Simeon Reichenbach gets into the end zone once again. And Waco extends their lead in a hurry. So the Warriors strike quickly here. Less than 90 seconds is what it took them to score here in the 3rd quarter. They lead 27-6. They will attempt the point after. Ty Egley is the long snapper. Isaac Oswald will hold, and Simeon Reichenbach to attempt the extra point. He was 3 of 3 in the first half. Snap is there, kicks on the way, it's perfect. Extra point is good. 10:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. Waco 28 and Central City 6. So the Warriors get a great kick return from Simeon Reichenbach all the way down to the Wildcat 25. From there, they make it look easy, 25 yards on 4 plays, and they extend their lead after Simeon Reichenbach runs it in from 8 yards out and adds the point after, 28-6. Reichenbach's gone over 100 yards in the night. He's got 15 carries, 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Simeon Reichenbach is now sitting at 25 rushing touchdowns this season. So 28-6 for Waco, as they will kick it away. Lucas Greif and Aiden Klostrom back deep to return. And Reichenbach will set it on the tee. All but one of Reichenbach's kickoffs were touchbacks in the first half. One was kind of off the side of his foot. Still found its way down to the 15 where Matthew Klostrom picked it up. Greif and Klostrom are set up at the goal line here. Reichenbach comes up to the ball. Sends it away. That is a booming kick. That'll clear the back of the end zone by a couple of yards. Obvious touchback all the way. And the Wildcats will start 1st and 10 from their own 15. Central City scored in their final possession of the first half. That gave them their 6 points. We'll try to get the offense going here in the 3rd quarter. Hansen leads the huddle for the Wildcats. I believe somebody needs to come off, and they send Colton Nowadsky out of there. They didn't break the huddle with 9 guys, so the flag does not come out. Wildcats up to the line. Hansen's going to split out as a receiver. The close ones are back there to take the snap. Greif, the fullback, goes to Aiden, trying to find some room, dancing around, bounces it outside, but he's going to be taken down. Maybe a yard for Aiden, but not much room. This is a stout Waco defense. They've been up to the task so far tonight. Call that a gain of 1 for Aiden. Correction, we'll call that no gain. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. So Aiden tried to stretch it out as far as he could, but just couldn't find any room. And is taken down for no gain. Sets up 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 15. Hansen splits out left. Matthew on the left, Aiden on the right to take the snap. Snap goes to Matthew this time. He's trying to find some room outside, breaks a couple tackles, but there's nowhere for him to go. He's dropped in the backfield. He loses a yard or 2.
Matthew Klossman on the carry, stopped by number 17.
We'll see where they spot the football. We'll call that a gain or a loss of 1 back to the 14. And Central City has 3rd and 11 from their own 14-yard line. Hansen jogs in with the play call. Wildcats break the huddle up to the line. 3rd and 11 from their own 14. Hansen is going to split out right here. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right to take the snap. Christopher Greif, the fullback. Snap will go to Aiden. He's going to look to throw. It's going to be tipped, and nearly a diving effort by Christopher Greif, but it falls incomplete. Aiden was looking for Jaden Hansen streaking down the far sideline, but one of the defensive linemen got up there and tipped it. Pass goes incomplete. That brings up 4th down, and it's punting time for Central City. Aiden Klosterman will punt it away. Jaden Hansen handles a long snapping. And Simeon Reichenbach is back deep to return. We've seen he can be dangerous in the return game. Klosterman sets up to punt just in front of the goal line, and Reichenbach is back just past midfield to return. Betzer comes in motion left to right. It's a good snap back to Aiden. Sends it away. A high punt. Reichenbach falls down. It bounces off him, I thought, but must not have, and it takes a Warrior bounce. Dayton Price gets down there and downs it.
Wildcat punt, down by number 67, Dayton Price.
So the Warriors will start in Wildcat territory. We'll call that the 37-yard line. So Waco has first down, 10 yards to go from the Central City 37. Warriors working left to right here. They lead Central City by a score of 28-6. One receiver left. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his right. Snap goes to Oswald. I believe one of the guards left early, however, as a flag comes in. Believe we're going to get a false start. That is the indication. False start called against Waco. So that'll make it first down and 15. Warriors have first and 15 from their own 38-yard line. Just a couple yards shy of midfield, now back into their own territory. Mason Miller splits out left. Oswald in the shotgun, takes the snap. Quick pass to Miller is caught. Gets past the original line of scrimmage up to about the 34. Matthew Klosterman into the stop that time as the Warriors get it across the 35 up to about the 34 in Central City territory. That'll make it second down and 7 yards to go from the Central City 34. Gain of 8 on the previous play. Cody Graber splits out left for Waco, the big 6'6" wide receiver. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his left. Oswald takes the snap, looking to throw. It's going to be caught by Reichenbach. Has a first down and more before he's tripped up past the 25 by Aiden Klosterman. Believe Reichenbach was the last option there on the rush. Still works out, and it's a first down for Waco up to the 24. Call it a gain of 10, and it moves the chains. So first and 10 Waco, 24 yards away from the end zone. Mason Miller splits out left. Isaac Oswald in the shotgun. And Simeon Reichenbach to his right. Oswald's going to keep it himself up the middle. Dragged down after just a couple of yards. Colton Nowadsky in the stop, as was Matthew Klosterman. So Oswald gains 2 on the carry up to the 22. And we will call that second down and 8 yards to go. Oswald's now run it 3 times for a loss of 7. That includes a loss of 11 on a sack. Warriors up to the line, second and 8 from the Wildcat 22. Graber splits out left. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his left. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Quick route to Graber's caught, and he's tackled right away, and the ball came out. They're going to say it's incomplete. Makai Benton scooped it up and wanted to go score, but they say it's an incompletion, not a fumble. So the play is dead, and it's third down and 8 yards to go for Waco. The ball is at the Central City 22. So third down and 8 for Waco from the Central City 22-yard line. Warriors up to the line. Miller splits out right. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his right. Takes the snap. It's a give to Reichenbach. No, he keeps it. And he's going to be dragged down in the backfield. Arwin Betzer makes the tackle for loss. That'll be a loss of about 3 that time as the senior defensive end Betzer was there in a hurry. Makes the tackle in the backfield for a loss of 3. It'll be 4th and 11 for Waco from the 25. Reichenbach just got the tee, so they're going to attempt a field goal. He's hit a 49-yarder this season. This one will be about 42 yards. Tee is set down at the 32. Egley to snap and Oswald to hold. Reichenbach to attempt a 42-yard field goal from the right hash. Good snap. Kick is on the way. It's got plenty of distance. It's right in the middle. And that field goal is good. That would have been good from 50 plus. So Simeon Reichenbach puts the field goal in. 42-yarder. Reichenbach is now 6 of 8 on field goals this season. That was 5 yards shorter than his long of 49. 6:29 remaining in the third quarter. Our score, Waco 31 and Central City 6. So in that possession, Waco goes 17 yards on 6 plays. And Simeon Reichenbach adds a 42-yard field goal. His first of the night, 6th of the season. He's also a perfect 4 of 4 on point after attempts here tonight. So Reichenbach will tee it up. We've got Lucas Greif and Aiden Klosterman back deep to return. All but one of Reichenbach's kickoffs have been touchbacks here tonight, and the previous kickoff went out of the back of the end zone by some 2 or 3 yards. That kickoff is also going to get out of the back of the end zone by about 2 or 3 yards. That's a touchback, and the Wildcats will start 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. As if Simeon Reichenbach wasn't a big enough weapon for the Warriors for his offensive prowess and his abilities as a linebacker, he also adds fantastic kicking abilities. That's fairly uncommon in the 8-player game. Most of these teams don't have soccer programs where a lot of the big schools find their kids. It's fairly unique to see a great kicker at the 8-player level. We had one a few years ago in Marshall Van de Vet, but it's not super common. Greif comes in motion. Hansen looking to throw. Quick pass out to Greif is caught, but he's upended right away by Mason Miller, excuse me. My apologies. I keep making that mistake. Maybe a gain of 1 on that play, but not too much. They will spot it down at the 16, so call it a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 yards to go for Central City from their own 16. It was a good play call. Everything went well, but the Waco defense just read it perfectly. Makai Benton exits the game. Matthew Klosterman is in there as they break the huddle. Twin receivers out right. Believe that is Luke Birds and Aiden Klosterman. Matthew Klosterman's on the left. Hansen in the shotgun. Aiden comes in motion. It's a jet sweep give to Aiden going near sideline. In some trouble. Breaks out of it for a moment, but won't have too much. Gained a yard or 2, did Aiden that time. They're going to spot the football at the 18. So that is a gain of 2. And it'll be 3rd down and 7 yards to go for Waco, or for Central City, excuse me. They have it at their own 18. Luke Birds comes out of the ball game. Jaden Hansen runs in the play call. 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Twin receivers left. Aiden Klosterman and Braden Rickles. Hansen in the shotgun. Matthew Klosterman tight to the line on the right. Aiden comes in motion. It's a quick strike to Braden, makes the catch, but he's taken down quickly up to about the 21. Gain of 3 on that completion to Rickles. Oli Stefanchuk was there right away to make the stop, and it's going to be punting time once again for Central City as the punt team jogs back out there and Simeon Reichenbach starts to make his way back deep to return. Wildcats have 4th and 4 from the 21. Wait a minute, this might not be the punt team. Do not believe this is the punt team after all. And correction, it is. But a timeout was called, so we'll have a stoppage before the play is gone through regardless. Wildcats first time out of the half. They've got 2 remaining. 4:22 to go in the third quarter. Waco leads Central City by a score of 31-6. Got to take this opportunity to give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank is here to provide the kind of services that keep community in banking. That means working with local businesses to provide funding to help them grow and giving guidance and support when you're ready to purchase your first home. Heartland Bank, we're here for you. As always, big thank you to Heartland Bank for their great support. Wildcats trailing Waco here 31-6. 4:22 remaining in the third quarter. Central City back onto the field. they do have the punt team out there. Jaden Hansen will snap it to Aiden Klosterman. And Aiden is set up just past the 10-yard line. Simeon Reichenbach is back deep to return for the Warriors. He'll set up shop around the 30. Betzer takes a step back, and now he comes in motion. It's a very high snap. Aiden gets it. He's in trouble. It's going to be blocked, and it's going to end up taking a nice bounce for Central City, but could have been a disaster. Instead, it's averted, and WACO will get it from the Wildcat 39.
Roll down to close to midfield, Warriors will take over 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line.
So a true disaster is just barely avoided there, as it was a very high snap, but Aiden just managed to handle it and get it away in front of the diving Colton Leichty. But WACO will still get it in good field position. They start 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 39. 4:12 to go in the quarter. Miller splits out left. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his left. Takes the snap. It's a give to Reichenbach. In some trouble. Wildcats trying to get him down, and they do. Nothing going that time for Simeon Reichenbach. He's a heck of a back. Haven't been able to say that too much about him tonight, but that time the Wildcat defense takes care of it. No gain in the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 10 yards to go for WACO, still at the Wildcat 39. The Warriors seem to switch receivers every play. So Mason Miller comes out, and Cody Graber is his replacement. Graber splits out left. Oswald in the shotgun. Reichenbach to his left. Again, it's a give to Reichenbach. Breaks a tackle, breaks another in the backfield. Now he's past the 35. A flag comes in. He's going to the 20, 15, 10. Breaks a tackle. He's going to score a touchdown. There is a flag on the play, however. So we'll see if that comes back. Looks like there's a couple of flags in the play. It is a 39-yard touchdown run for Reichenbach for the moment. A couple of pieces of laundry are out there, however. So waiting for the call from the official. It looks like the touchdown will stand. Face mask against Central City is, of course, going to be declined. And it's a WACO touchdown. So Simeon Reichenbach runs it in from 39 yards out. It's 37-6 Warriors. They'll attempt the extra point. Still in the huddle here. Warriors taking their time here. Now they will finally break the huddle. Egley to snap it back to Oswald, who will hold for Simeon Reichenbach. He's 4 of 4 on extra points and 1 of 1 on field goals here tonight. Good snap. Hold is down. Kick is up and through. Extra point good. 3:23 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Our score, WACO 38 and Central City 6. The Warriors go 39 yards on 2 plays. There was a tackle in the backfield for no gain in the first play, but then in the second play, Reichenbach breaks several tackles and finds the end zone from 39 yards out. 3rd rushing touchdown of the night for Reichenbach. How's this for a stat line? He's got 17 carries, 148 yards, and 3 touchdowns, 4 catches for 45 yards. He's 5 of 5 on point after attempts. He has a 50-yard kick return, and he hit a 42-yard field goal. So Reichenbach will kick it away for WACO here in a moment. Aiden Klosterman and Lucas Greif will be back deep to return for Central City. As Reichenbach sets the tee at the 35-yard line. There must have been some penalty yards assessed there late. So we'll kick it up 5 yards further than normally. So he might have a chance to really show off the leg here. Greif and Klosterman set up at the goal line. Reichenbach up to the ball, sends it away, and that one nearly went through the goalpost. It was wide left, otherwise it would have gone through. That is a touchback. So again, Central City starts 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Wildcats have really struggled to stop this WACO offense here tonight. They did force one punt. And other than that, with the exception of the end of half, they have scored on every possession. 5 touchdowns and a field goal. So Hansen runs into the huddle for Central City. Again, they start 1st and 10 from their own 15 after the touchback. Twin receivers left, one to the right. Hansen's in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Strike across the middle is picked off. It's intercepted. Picked off by Simeon Reichenbach up past the 15 to the 10. That's going to be a pick 6. Simeon Reichenbach intercepts it, returns it into the end zone. As if Reichenbach hadn't done enough here tonight, he adds a pick 6. And he'll look to add the point after here in a moment. So WACO extends their lead 44-6 now. They're really flexing their muscles now after being up by a couple of touchdowns at the half. Egley to snap, Oswald to hold, and Reichenbach to attempt the point after. We are in running clock territory now as the extra point is up and perfect. Point after is good. 3:12 to go in the third quarter. WACO 45, Central City 6. So that time, Jaden Hansen's pass picked off by Simeon Reichenbach. Breaks several tackles en route to returning it for a defensive touchdown. Now Reichenbach will get set to kick it away here momentarily. Greif and Closerman back deep. Their brothers are about 20 or 15 yards in front of them as the first row of blockers. Brandon Hennick, Josh Lindsay, Dashni Munyakazi, and Kinnick Weiss are on the front line for Central City. WACO runs out there. Reichenbach to tee it up from the 30. Now he will march off his steps and get set to kick it away. 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. We are in running clock territory at this point, as it's a 38-point lead for the Warriors. Reichenbach sends it away. Another booming kick. Lands about 5 yards deep in the end zone for a touchback. Once again, Central City starts 1st and 10 from their own 15. Only one returnable kickoff so far tonight from the Wildcats, and that was when it went off of the side of Reichenbach's foot. So Wildcats working right to left here in the third quarter, 1st and 10 from their own 15. Wildcats break the huddle. Closerman brothers are back there. Greif the fullback. Matthew on the left, Aiden on the right. Snap goes to Aiden. Gets a couple of blocks, fighting ahead, but not too much. Gains a couple of yards there. We'll call that a gain of 2 for Aiden, up to the 17. That brings up 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Matthew Closerman runs in the play call for the Wildcats. And again, the clock will not stop with the running clock. Closerman brothers are back there with Greif the fullback. Snap goes to Matthew, spins, keeps it himself. Has some room past the 20, 25, 30, 35, going past midfield before he's taken down by Miller. Finally a breakaway run for Central City here tonight as Matthew gets it up near midfield. They are going to spot that right at the midfield stripe at the 40. So a gain of 23 for Matthew that time, and if I'm not mistaken, that's our longest play of the night. So that makes it 1st down and 10 for Central City from midfield. Jaden Hansen's going to split out on the left as a wide receiver. Matthew on the left, Aiden on the right for the Closerman brothers to take the snap. Greif, the fullback, goes to Aiden. Gets past midfield. Trying to get up to the 35. He won't quite get there. Gain of about 3 for Aiden that time. Brought down at the 37. Into Waco territory. That makes it 2nd and 7 yards to go from the Waco 37. Minute 20 to go in this third quarter. Hansen runs in with the play call. Getting late into this one, nearly to the fourth quarter. Hansen splits out right here. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right to take the snap. Greif, the fullback. Snap goes to Matthew. He's looking to throw. Pocket breaks down. He will take off. Gets up past the 35. Stops, takes some time, gets up to near the 30. That'll be close to a first down. Will depend on the spot. Good job by Matthew to do what he could there when the heavy pressure was coming. They're going to say he's a yard short of a first down. Gain of 6 up to the 31. That'll make it 3rd down and the yard to go.
3rd and 1 to the Wildcats.
Central City has it up to the Waco 31, where they have 3rd down and a yard. There is a 5-second difference between the play clock and game clock, so they will have to run one more play. Hansen splits out right. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right with Greif, the fullback. Snap goes to Aiden, right up the middle. He will have the first down, not too much more, but he gets what he needed to. Gain of about 2 by Aiden that time, up to about the 29. That is where they will spot it. That brings up 1st down and 10 for Central City, but not until we reach the fourth quarter. We've played 3 here from Wayland, and our score, Waco 45 and Central City 6. So let's give you an updated look at some statistics through 3 quarters of play. For Waco, Isaac Oswald, 10 of 14, 102 yards and a touchdown. Simeon Reichenbach, 4 catches for 45 yards. Oli Stefanchuk, 3 catches, 31 yards and a touchdown. Mason Miller, 2 catches for 23 yards. Cody Graber, 1 reception for 3 yards. Simeon Reichenbach's run it 17 times, 148 yards and 3 touchdowns. Loudon Husenguy, 2 carries for 19 yards and a touchdown. Reese Oswald, 1 carry for 3 yards. Isaac Oswald, 4 carries for -10 yards. For Central City, Jaden Hansen, 4 of 9, 24 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Aiden Klosterman, 0 of 1. Braden Rickles, 2 receptions for 21 yards and a touchdown. And Lucas Greif, 2 receptions for 3 yards. Matthew Klosterman, 7 carries, 38 yards. Aiden Klosterman, 15 carries for 21 yards. Jaden Hansen, 6 carries for 6 yards, and Christopher Greif, 1 carry for 1 yard. Both teams are back out there to begin the fourth quarter. Wildcats have 1st and 10 from the Waco 29, working left to right. They're up to the line. Jaden Hansen splits out right. Klosterman brothers are back there. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right. Christopher Greif, the fullback. Snap goes to Matthew, spins, keeps it up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles, gets up to about the 27 or so. Good strong running by Matthew. That wasn't a whole lot of room, but he got what he could. Call that a gain of 2 to the 27. That brings up 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Matthew Klosterman gains 2 yards on 1st and 10, brings up 2nd and 8. The ball is spotted at the Waco 27. Warriors lead the Wildcats 45-6 here. 11 and a half minutes until this one goes final. Hansen splits out right. Klosterman brothers are back there. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right. Snap goes to Matthew. He's looking to throw. Steps up, fires towards the end zone. Hansen's there, leaps up, but he can't make the grab. Reese Oswald was in coverage. That was a great ball by Matthew. Certainly wasn't a bad drop or anything by Jaden. He gave a good effort, but just good coverage by the Waco defense. So both Klosterman brothers have attempted a pass here. Both have gone incomplete. And it will be 3rd down and 8 for Central City from the Waco 27. Clock does not stop in the incompletion. 10:45 and counting to go in the game. So Wildcats up to the line. Klosterman brothers back there. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right. Goes to Matthew, spins. Now he's looking to throw, rolling out left. It's going to be caught by Christopher Greif. 1st down and more, taken down at about the 15-yard line. Good ball and better catch by Greif. Greif hasn't caught too many passes this year. That was just his 5th reception of the season. And he gets it up to the 12-yard line. Gain of about 15 on that previous completion. And that will move the chains. Or excuse me, gain of about 10 up to the 17-yard line. Closefrom brothers are back there. Goes to Aiden. Using his blocks. Makes a juke move. Gains a couple. Aiden will get close to the 15-yard line. They're going to call him down at the 16, so a gain of 1 for Aiden. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 16. Matthew runs into the huddle with the play call. Wildcats up to the line. 2nd and 9 from the 16. Closefrom brothers are back there. Matthew on the left, Aiden on the right. Christopher Greif, the fullback. Goes to Aiden right up the middle. Trying to break through a hole, but nothing really opens up. Maybe gained a yard in the previous play. They're going to call him down at the 15, so that is a gain of 1. Sets up 3rd and 8 for Central City, 15 yards away from the end zone. Under 9 minutes to go in the game. Wildcats break the huddle. Matthew on the left, Aiden on the right. Greif the fullback. 3rd and 8 from the 15. Goes to Matthew, trying to bounce it outside. Has a little bit of room, past the 10. Tries to keep his feet. Fights ahead nearly to the 5. A flag comes in late. It was thrown by the back judge. It's a good running by Matthew. It'll be close to a 1st down, but there is the flag. They called him out at about the 6. And the penalty goes against WACO. And that is a Central City 1st down. So Matthew gains 9 on the carry.
1st and goal for the Wildcats.
And with the penalty yardage, they'll go half the distance and spot the football at about the 4. So the Wildcats have 1st down and goal to go. They're about 4 yards away from the end zone. Bit of a delay here. Now they call for the clock to wind. 8 minutes until we have gone final. Wildcats up to the line, 1st and goal from the 4. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right. Snap goes to Matthew, trying to go far sideline. Has some room, he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Matthew Klosterman runs it into the end zone for Central City. So Matthew puts it in from 4 yards out. For Matthew, that is touchdown run number 10 of his fantastic sophomore season. Wildcats have a 45-12 score with WACO on top. So they'll go for 2. Matthew runs into the huddle with the play call. Wildcats up to the line for the 2-point conversion attempt. Matthew on the left, Aiden on the right. Goes to Matthew, spins, looking to throw, rolling right, taking his time. It's going to be tipped up in the air. It's going to be intercepted, but you can't return it, and he was down anyways. 2-point conversion's no good. Believe that was, looks like Drew Dyers that picked it off. So the conversion attempt is no good. 7:42 to play in the ball game. It is 45-12. WACO on top of Central City. So that time, the Wildcats do manage to punch it into the end zone for the score. 65 yards on 12 plays. And it's capped off by Matthew Klosterman, running it in from 4 yards out. WACO's back out there to return the kick. Simeon Reichenbach's going to go back deep. Wildcats take the field. Jaden Hansen will tee it up here in a moment. Again, 45-12 is our score. We've got 7:42 to go in the ball game. It is now back to regular clock. A 33-point differential as Hansen sets the ball on the tee. He's lining up like he might go for an onside kick here. We'll see what the kick looks like. It is an onside kick, but he didn't get it anywhere near where he wanted it. Almost looked like it bounced off the back of his heel after he kicked it. Does not go 10 yards, only went about 5. So WACO will get the football from the Wildcat 36. So WACO starts 1st and 10 from the Central City 36. Working right to left here are the Warriors. They're up to the line. Got a new receiver in there as Junior Coro splits out left. Believe that is still Oswald in the shotgun. Takes the snap, but a flag comes in first. Snap came in before, or flag came in before the snap, I should say. Looks to be against Central City, and it is.
Legal participation on the Wildcats.
Perhaps too many men on the field, I believe. So that's a 5-yard penalty. And WACO has 1st and 5 from the Central City 31. So WACO up to the line, 1st and 5 from the Wildcat 31. Coro splits out left. Isaac Oswald in the shotgun, I believe. In fact, it may be Clayton Miller. It is a handoff to Reese Oswald. Gets a 1st down.
Reese Oswald on the
Up past the 25. That is Clayton Miller now into the ball game at quarterback. The sophomore is 4 of 9 for 25 yards and an interception this year when he's gotten his chances so far at quarterback. Oswald gets a 1st down up past the 25 to the 23. That is Reese Oswald, a sophomore. Isaac Oswald, a senior, is the starting quarterback. Now Clayton Miller in there in the shotgun. Coro split out right, and Reese Oswald to his right. Takes the snap. They give to Oswald, finding some room up the middle past the 20 before he's taken down.
Reese Oswald on the carry, stopped by number 22, Matthew Foster.
Brought down around the 19-yard line. We'll call that a gain of 4, and it brings up 2nd down, 6 yards to go. So far this season, Reese Oswald now in at tailback, 25 carries, 160 yards, and 5 touchdowns entering play tonight. We saw him a little bit earlier on, but this is his first time as the primary option. Warriors up to the line. Another new receivers in there as John McLaughlin splits out right. Miller in the shotgun, Oswald to his right. They keep for Miller up the middle this time. Breaks one tackle before he's taken down from behind. Ball might have come out, and Central City got the fumble. So a fumble on the play, and Central City gets it, and they will take over possession of the football. So Wildcat defense makes the stop. They will take over around their own 16-yard line.
Just a reminder to both teams and fans to wait for the presentation of war.
So Central City will start 1st and 10 from their own 16. 6.5 minutes to go in this one. Wildcats trail WACO 45-12. Wildcats up to the line. 1st and 10 from their own 16. Hansen splits out right. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right there to take the snap. It'll go to Matthew looking to throw. Steps up, fires it way down the field. It's a wobbly ball, anybody's ball, and Jaden Hansen dives for it and makes the catch. Great effort by Jaden Hansen to dive out and make the catch. If I'm not mistaken, and no, I am not, that is Jaden's first reception of the season. The catch is made across midfield up to the WACO 39. It was anybody's ball. Looked like a WACO defender slipped, and Hansen made a diving effort to bring in the catch. Gain of 25, 1st and 10 from the Warrior 39. Aiden on the left, Matthew on the right here. Christopher Greif, the fullback, no receiver, 6 men along the offensive line. They spin, Matthew looking to throw, and he's going to be taken down for a sack. So Colton Leichty got back there and dropped him. Matthew somewhat slipped as well, and Leichty helps him up after the fact as well. So Matthew sacked back to the Central City 32. As after a 25-yard gain, the Wildcats lose 9. Sets up 2nd and 19 from their own 32. Lucas Greif re-enters the game, replaces his little brother Christopher. 5.5 minutes left in the game as Jaden Hanson runs into the huddle. He was out for the previous play. Wildcats break the huddle up to the line. 2nd and 19 from their own 32. Greif splits out left. Hanson in the shotgun. Aiden Klosterman to his left. Hanson takes the snap, and it's a miscommunication there as they're going to say it's on WACO, in fact. You could tell something was off as people weren't leaving when they were supposed to, but looks like the penalty will be offside against the WACO defense, and that helps since the Wildcats were already backed up. That's a 5-yard penalty. Makes things a little more manageable for Central City, up to their own 37. That's where they have 2nd down and 14. Greif splits out right. Hanson in the shotgun. Klosterman to his right. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Hanson throws a strike to Greif, in and out of the hands, couldn't hang on. And Jaden's pass intended for Lucas Greif goes incomplete. That sets up 3rd down and 14. Catch would have been well shy of the 1st down. In fact, would have just been a little past the original line of scrimmage. Not sure how much room he would have had to run there. But it goes to the ground incomplete. Under 5 minutes to go in the game. Hanson jogs into the huddle. Makai Benton leaves the ball game. And now the Wildcats come up to the line. 3rd and 14 from their own 37. Twin receivers left. Matthew Klosterman bunched up to the right. Hanson in the shotgun. Aiden comes in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Pass over to Greif is incomplete. He drops the screen pass. And that sets up 4th and 14. That time Greif might have had some running room. There was a good block. But it goes to the ground, and it's 4th down. Reichenbach is making his way back to receive a punt. But punt personnel is not in there at the moment. And Reichenbach sees that and makes his way back to play linebacker. Wildcats will go for it. 4th and 14 from their own 37. Lucas Greif splits out left. Hanson in the shotgun. Aiden Klosterman to his left. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Has time. Trying to take off. It's going to be batted down. Dives for it. Not sure if he caught it. It's probably worse if he did, and it is an incomplete pass. The standout defensive end, Colton Lichty, got his paws on that one and causes the incompletion. WACO will start 1st and 10 from the Central City 37, 4:44 until this ball game goes final. Looks like WACO will be back in the district or the state quarterfinals for the 2nd consecutive year. Wildcats make it to the 2nd round, but it's a very good WACO ball club they ran in front of here tonight. Warriors have 1st and 10 from their own 37 to give up the middle to Reese Oswald. Taken down across the 35. Gain of a couple there on 1st down. They spot him down at about the 34.
2nd and 6 for the Warriors.
Call that a gain of 3 and brings up 2nd and 7. Ball is spotted at the Wildcat 34. 4:15 to play. They're in the eye. Clayton Miller is the quarterback, John McLaughlin the fullback, and Reese Oswald the tailback. As they give to Oswald up the middle, a little bit of running room, gets up towards the 30 before he's taken down.
Reese Oswald on the carry, stopped by number 6.
And a flag comes in late. Perhaps some extracurriculars going on there along the far sideline after the whistle.
There's a penalty marker on the play.
So Oswald gained it up to the 29 for a gain of 5 that would set up 3rd down and 2, but we do have a flag thrown along the Wildcat sideline. I saw some action going on over there. It is going to be a face mask called against Central City. So add that on. That is 15 yards, or maybe half the distance in this case. They will spot that at the 14. So that is 15 yards. And it is going to be a 1st down for WACO. Warriors up to the line. 1st and 10 from the 14. They're in the eye. Miller under center. McLaughlin and Oswald the backs. They give to Reese Oswald, trying to find some room. Gets a couple of yards close to the 10. They're going to spot him around the 12, so a gain of a couple for Oswald. Call that 2nd down and 8 coming up. 3:15 to play. Warriors getting close to moving to 11-0 in the season. As Coro splits out right. Miller in the shotgun, Oswald to his left. Coros comes in motion. It's a little pitch pass that's going to be incomplete. They might say it's a fumble, but should be an incomplete, and that call does come in. It was essentially a run play, as it was no different than just a jet sweep, but since you throw it, it does count as a forward pass, even if it's just a couple inches in front of you, as Marcus Schellhorn will enter the ball game, the senior getting to play late here in this one. It's nice to see Marcus in there. He'll get some playing time here defensively as his final high school game wraps up in about 2:45. Warriors up to the line. They're in the eye. Miller under center. McLaughlin the fullback. And Oswald the tailback. As a play action pass. Miller looking to throw. Gets rid of it. It is going to be caught. I believe that was the fullback McLaughlin that made the catch. But the ball came out and they're going to call it an incompletion. McLaughlin can't believe it. He thought he made the catch, but the ruling is that it was incomplete, and that brings up 4th down and 8 yards to go from the 12, and here comes the field goal unit. The Warriors will attempt a field goal. Reichenbach's already got one to his credit here tonight. He'll try to add another. This is well within his field goal range. Hit a 42-yarder earlier tonight, a 49-yarder earlier this year. This attempt will be... They're going to set it down at the 19, so right about a 29-yard attempt. Good snap, but a whistle comes in. The kick has all sorts of distance, and it's good. But I think delay of game might have come out, and it did. So they'll try it back 5 yards further. Try the field goal once again. It's now 4th and 13 from the 17. Field goal will get a little bit farther, but Reichenbach would have hit that one from midfield. Egley to snap. Oswald to hold. Reichenbach sets the tee down at the 24. This is a 34-yard attempt for Simeon Reichenbach. Good snap. Hold is down. Kick up on the way. That is good. Plenty of height and distance on that one. He knocks in his second field goal of the night, does Reichenbach. 2:29 to go in the 4th quarter. Waco 48, Central City 12. That puts us back over 35 points for running clock. So the Warriors go 20 yards on 6 plays, and Simeon Reichenbach adds his second field goal of the night, this one from 34 yards out, to extend the Warrior lead to 48-12. So Simeon Reichenbach is set to kick off, and a couple seniors are getting an opportunity to go back to return. Braden Rickles and Marcus Schellhorn are deep to return for Central City. So Reichenbach will kick it away. All but one of his kickoffs tonight have been touchbacks. Waiting for the indication. Now he gets it. And Reichenbach will send it away. Reichenbach with the kickoff. That will be returnable. Rickles on the return up to the 10. Past the 15. Breaks a tackle and now will be taken down. Keeps his feet, but forward progress was stopped. Good job by Braden Rickles in an unusual position for him. Getting the opportunity as a senior here, playing what is going to be his last game. Does a nice job. Hangs on to the football and gains what he can up to the 17. That's where Central City will start 1st down and 10. Clock does not stop as we've got 2 minutes to go in the game. Wildcats 1st and 10 from their own 17. They're in the I formation. Hansen under center. Christopher Greif the fullback. Arwen Betzer the running back. The snap is fumbled. Hansen picks it up, and he was on a knee when he did so, so that will count as the play being dead. So Hansen recovers the fumble, but can't do anything afterwards, and that'll be a loss of 2. Wildcats have 2nd and 12 from their own 15. Hanson runs into the puddle with the play call. 1:20 to go. Same look here. Hanson under center. Greif the fullback. Betzer the tailback. They give up the middle to Betzer. Gains a yard or so. And was hit after the fact. I believe that's what the flag is. Betzer was hit a touch late. So I think they're going to throw a flag. He gained a yard up to the 16. And they do get the personal foul against WACO. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and Central City will get 1st and 10 from their own 31. So Wildcats have 1st and 10 from their own 31. A minute to go in this outstanding season for Central City. It's unfortunately going to end here tonight in Wayland, but what a year they've had. Certainly nothing to hang their hats on. Hanson under center. They pitch out to Lucas Greif, who's going to throw. Greif steps into it. Hanson's open, and it's going to be just overthrown, incomplete. Lucas Greif getting the opportunity to toss one out there for Hanson, but he overthrew him by just a touch. Hanson was open, but goes incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 yards to go from their own 31. Wildcats don't have to snap it again, but they might. We'll see. 15 seconds on the game clock and 18 on the play clock. Hanson runs in there with the play call. Might run one more play. As they're up to the line. Twin receivers left, one to the right. Hanson in the shotgun. Hanson looking to throw. Pressure comes. This will be the final play of the game. Throws one deep down the field. Greif is there, but it's overthrown. It's incomplete. And that is the ball game. Our final score here in the second round of the playoffs. WACO wins this one by a final of 48-12. Warriors move to 11-0, and Central City bows out with a final record of 8-2, but certainly nothing to hang their heads on as they were coming off a 3-win season last year. They put together a fantastic year, and they have almost everybody in terms of skill positions coming back next season. So certainly nothing to be upset about for Central City looking forward. Quickly, we'll look at the final numbers for tonight's game. For WACO, Isaac Oswald goes 10 of 16, 102 yards and a touchdown. Simeon Reichenbach, 4 catches, 45 yards. Ole Stefanchuk, 3 catches, 31 yards and a touchdown. Mason Miller caught 2 passes for 23 yards, and Cody Graber made 1 catch for 3 yards. Simeon Reichenbach ran it 17 times for 148 yards and 3 touchdowns. Reese Oswald, 6 carries, 25 yards. Loudon Huzingay, 2 carries, 19 yards and a touchdown. Clayton Miller, 1 carry for 3 yards and a fumble. And Isaac Oswald, 4 carries for negative 10 yards. Simeon Reichenbach was 2 of 2 on field goals, hit one in from 42 yards, and he was 6 of 6 on PATs. Also had a pick 6. For Central City, Matthew Klosterman, 2 of 3 for 25 yards, or 35 yards, excuse me. Jaden Hanson, 4 of 13, 24 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Lucas Greif, 0 of 1, and Aiden Klosterman, 0 of 1. Jaden Hanson caught 1 pass for 25 yards. Braden Rickles, 2 receptions for 21 yards and a touchdown. Christopher Greif, 1 reception for 10 yards. And Lucas Greif, 2 receptions for 3 yards. Matthew Klosterman, 11 carries, 44 yards and a touchdown. Aiden Klosterman, 17 carries for 23 yards. Jaden Hanson, 7 carries for 4 yards. Arwen Betzer and Christopher Greif, both 1 carry for 1 yard. Central City now being presented their trophy for qualifying for the playoffs and making it here to the round of 16. Again, just the second time in school history this has happened. A special group of young men out there, and certainly proud of all their efforts throughout the year. So WACO will move on. They'll play the Montezuma Easton Valley winner next week. I'm assuming that game will be here. So best of luck to the Warriors next week. They have a very high-quality ball club, and expect them to make a push to the Dome, if not further. Some great seniors on this team that I want to recognize briefly. We're certainly going to miss them here in our program. Lucas Greif, leading receiver all year, great return specialist, and held things down at free safety. Lucas, wish you the best in Thanks for 4 years of great effort to this team. Luke Birds, specialist on defense, linebacker, clogging things up. He's certainly going to be missed on that side of the football especially. Arwen Betzer, another very standout defensive player on that defensive line. Wildcats will certainly miss his efforts. We've got Colton Nowadsky, one of the kids you might say that won't get the recognition necessarily he deserves, but playing both ways on both offensive and defensive lines. He did the dirty work, and a lot of those big plays couldn't have happened without him. David Munyakazi, another great player on the defensive and offensive lines. He clogged things up defensively and pushed kids out of his way on offense. Also got a touchdown pass back in Springville. And Marcus Shellhorn, a kid who didn't see the field as much, kind of joined late this year, but another great young man who joined the team late and decided to join up, gave all his effort, and certainly wish nothing but the best to all of those young men as they move on to whatever is next for them. I think I might have missed Braden Rickles. Certainly got to give him a shout out. Braden missed the early portion of the season, but came back later in the year and did a phenomenal work for Central City. Had a touchdown tonight, had a couple late in the year, and they'll miss his contributions offensively as well. So I should have everybody at this point. But certainly thank you to all those young men who put 4 years into this program, and they will be missed next year. And before we sign off, I do have to give one final message here, as with the end of this 2022 season, almost certainly brings to an end my time as the voice of Central City Wildcat football, as I will be graduating from UNI coming up here in the spring. And got to say, these past 3 years have been driving all across the state. I've missed just one game following these Wildcats through a worldwide pandemic and up and down seasons. I've been there through it all these past few years, and it's been a great time. And especially advancing my professional career, it's been a big boost. And I can't say thank you enough to everyone who's listened in and supported me on these broadcasts, as well as supporting me throughout all these broadcasts I've put together. Because of my time with Wildcat Sports, I've had opportunities on ESPN Plus and ESPN3 and really been able to figure out play-by-play is my future. Couldn't have done that without this experience. You'll hear from me again. I'll be back for basketball games, select games throughout the winter, but I'll certainly miss calling all the Wildcat football action all throughout the fall. So until we speak again, I'm David Warrington saying good night and go Cats.